everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Feedback Loop. If you're unfamiliar with us, we are a D&D playtest stream where everyone's playtesting various new subclasses that are being designed for an upcoming project. My name is Ryan, I am your Dungeon Master tonight, my pronouns are he, him, and I believe that, Matt, you're giving us our recap tonight.
Well, actually it's someone else is doing the recap tonight, but you're traveling through another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land of imagination. Your next stop, Feedback Loop. You embarked on a journey to Skyshore, but little did you know that your path would take a haunting turn. Instead of the picturesque destination you expected, you found yourself traversing through the depths of memories, lost in a surreal labyrinth of pain. After this twisted realm, you stumbled upon a peculiar establishment in the new city. A bar unlike any other. Its walls pulsated with living flesh, and eyes stared out from every corner. A place where the ladles laughed. As you delved deeper into this enigmatic space, you uncovered a chilling revelation. It appeared that someone had gained control over your friend, Miss Lansing, known to her close companions as Shannon, but this control extended beyond an individual. It hinted at a sinister grip on the entire city, a pervasive influence that governed minds. Now, you find yourself on a threshold, a realm where the boundaries of reason and sanity blur, and where the human psyche is subjected to the whims of an unseen force. Prepare to embark on a journey into the depths of the unknown, where the shadows hold secrets and the minds become a battleground. Welcome to the twisted reality of Feedback Loop.
Wait, all three of us wear glasses. Should we take them off now and say, there was time now?
There was time!
That was amazing!
Oh wait,
That was great.
I'm the only one here who doesn't wear glasses. Wow.
I gave you fake ones last week.
I do. I have them. I mean, if you want to stick with them, we can arrange that.
From the top.
So,
That sounds like a hate crime.
alright,
At the very least battery.
we're gonna pick up in Shannon's office,
Yeah.
and Kytana and Horus stand before you.
Fantastic. We didn't have to wait another 400 years.
I'm just sipping on my espresso.
It's okay.
It's fine.
Horus, it's only been a day.
It's been a day. Truly less than a day, actually.
I'm never gonna get
Yes,
used to that.
this time everyone you know is not dead.
Yet.
That happened before? I'd rather not talk about it. Alright.
Yes, last time he was in there for like 400 years. Everyone in his life is now dead.
Okay, well,
You know.
less talking about
I
it.
thought I had it rough.
He said he didn't want to talk about it.
Sorry, buddy.
He goes into a rage.
Barbarian class levels?
Whoa, there you go. So much happened. Power of trauma. Oh, Mom. We don't have anything. Are we still in Shannon's office?
Yes.
She wouldn't happen to have anything decorative that one might cover someone's face haphazardly. In the meantime,
We bought masks.
Yeah.
extra masks. We bought ones for ourselves. The
We
ones I ordered were gonna wait a day.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
thing. I didn't think they'd show up. Mom, you have to wear masks here, otherwise
Oh, we're here already.
cyborgs arrest you. Yeah.
Oh, we're already in.
Is there cyborgs?
What'd you call them?
I don't know. I didn't know there was cyborgs.
What's the terminology for these automatons?
Construct and/or enforcer.
Okay, from the top. These right, Mom. These gnarly enforcers come at you if you don't wear masks. So
You have to say from the top up here, or else it's in character. So.
I say that. in
Okay.
character. So is this.
Okay.
Right. So
I read about
we're all
it.
wearing
I
masks,
kind of knew about it. I just didn't know we'd be here. So it's
I have an extra one. It's not gonna fit you though.
Yeah.
Sure.
Apparently a plastic bag will work. Sorry, what's plastic? A paper bag. So, we had groceries in.
Are you okay today? You're having a lot of like little.
I saw the end of time,
Oh,
guys.
okay. Got it.
So I just have like a small mask, like kind of in the middle of my forehead, just kind of like blocking the vision of like two of my eyes, you know, just the two eyes I have.
Koski had one just in the tip of his snout last time.
Nice.
Seems to work, considering they haven't stopped him yet.
Well, I
Isn't
have
this
a
not
Koski
gonna
there.
work though? Because if they scan it,
It's like-
won't it just...
Right, but then we'll just let them know, the line was busy. If anyone brings it up, it'd be a great way to figure out what's happening with the masks.
Right.
We could have detect magic happening while a mask is being scanned in.
I cast detect magic again. Not.
Don't know if I want to be the guinea pig for this.
Oh, right.
Guinea pigs are cute though.
Preferably. Horus, you wear it.
What's a guinea?
Mom, you do need a mask, though.
We both need a mask. We can go buy some.
Sure, but
Right,
you're just
well,
walking around.
The issue is that technically you were smuggled in, so can't really be seen outside too well without one.
This can't be the first time weird magic has smuggled someone into the
Okay.
city.
It certainly isn't.
Take the mask back, and
I
I
don't know
just
if this is
smash it. And I'm like, all right, we need a new mask.
Right.
Both of our masks got broken.
Okay, but you're still.
That's an option.
You still have to wear something though. You can't like.
We don't have masks that are registered to us.
It could be a bag. It doesn't.
Yeah,
you
it
have to
fully
wear.
just-
You can't show
But
your
the bag
face.
would have to be registered to me.
The key is not that it's
I don't
registered.
think.
The important part, as far as the city is concerned, is not showing your full face.
Is that true? From what I've heard.
Being able to register your face so they can track the populace, though, I imagine is a plus.
Yeah, it's great, but
So I just
For the
put a
ruling
shawl
power.
on and I just
Yeah, that's
cover
fine.
my face.
Yeah,
but I
like
still
her.
have the broken pieces of the mask in case they ask me where's my mask.
Oh, we ordered you one
Yeah.
from a guy.
And we can go get that, but for the time being,
yeah.
this will
That should
be
be
our
fine.
solution.
Right. Glad you're back. You too,
Me too.
Horus.
No,
Yeah.
thanks.
Sure.
I was worried there.
Oh, we're in Shangon's office. Pretty cool, huh?
Right, except for the
Sure.
whole bit with the forgetting.
Why are we here?
We fill you in on like the weird magic that happens whenever we had Shannon try to think about and or talk about the Sangwa. It's like that.
So if she's being manipulated, should we be here right now?
No. To be clear, our friend here is not being manipulated.
Shannon left.
Our friend, who this place belongs to, is not being manipulated. She just might have some enchantment on her originating from that mask she's wearing.
Right.
And I think as far as we can tell, it's not the same thing on our end.
Are we sure that we're not being monitored right now?
We are not.
I'm sure we are actually. I said that we were being monitored specifically.
Maybe we should leave.
Any of the
I know
like
our
sky show?
Sorry, maybe I should make it clear. When I detect magic on our masks, it was divination on our masks themselves that we're wearing. So
We weren't wearing them at the time.
No, we weren't wearing them at the time, but we're not wearing them right this second. But they have divination on them, so if they can hear us, I assume they can hear us whenever we have them.
Well, my thought. Look, I'll be honest. I'm not well versed with the particulars of wizardry, but I don't know if we're being watched so much as it might just be a condition to go off.
Right, that's possible.
Yeah, there might not be anyone watching on the other end. It might just happen.
Horus is pretty good at magic. Horus,
Yeah.
you can parse what the enchantments are with these masks.
I can look into it
I'll tell you
if you
what.
give me a mask.
Tell you, since we're still here,
yeah,
and we
no.
don't know, why don't we wait till we settle this business and then we can go next door? Might be a little bit safer.
Sure.
Right.
Here's a mask. Here's mine. It's really cool. It's got ink in the middle, and as you can see, it's like 2 glass plates, kind of, and then
That
it's
I
was
thought
being
that was
picked up
custom.
oh
the,
yeah, never mind.
the
That's
following
that's
day.
one that I just bought randomly. You can have that. It's
Don't you need that to get next door? We're going next door, right?
Oh, yeah, I
And then
do,
we're gonna
okay.
do this.
Right, but
Paper bag.
of all places I could think of, the Church of the Lady of Luck might be the most willing to let people in without.
oh,
know.
goddess.
The thing is, like,
I
if
cannot emphasize that ain't your deity.
right.
So everyone's wearing masks, right?
Right.
I mean,
Not
in this
doors.
room,
No.
but
We're
as we're
indoors.
leaving, yes.
Yeah, I think we'd have to.
Yeah, we don't
step
need
out.
them.
The 4 of you aren't wearing masks?
In this
In this
room.
room, no.
It is-
Inside, you don't have to wear them.
It is when you are out in
But the 4 of
public
you
space.
have masks.
Yes.
So then it's just the custom made ones that are
Aren't
ugly.
available yet.
So
Yes.
shouldn't we just go buy temporary masks?
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, we're
we
just
can.
waiting for Shannon to get back with information.
Oh
okay.
well.
We can go. We can go.
Yeah, I
That
don't
might be
think.
why-
Not everyone has to go.
Shannon did ask you all to not stay here
Yeah.
while she was gone.
Wow.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, cool. We can go next door and then use an identify to try to figure it out what the
Yeah.
masks can do, and then we'll go and get some temporary masks and then go to sleep.
Right.
Go sleep. Go sleep. Go sleep.
Just one small itty bitty word of warning as far as your condition goes, Kytana. I don't know if you've stepped foot on hallowed ground before, but it's not always the kindest to a lot of stuff. So
Mom's been in a
I'm
cathedral.
sure. Yeah, and I'm sure my god's not gonna be mean to, you know.
I've never had
multiple
problems before.
concerns, but if that works, then it works.
I know my condition has developed since it has begun, so anything's possible, but I've never had that issue before.
Right.
Oh, actually.
Actually, wait a minute.
Maybe we should mosey on down then.
So we're going to an inn right now, correct?
No,
There's a
next
church,
door.
a temple, if you will.
Do we have to wear masks at the church?
If we're in public, yes.
We'll have to wear one in public, but it's literally next door. I'm less than a stone's throw through that wall. We're just rounding a corner, and hopefully they'll let us in.
I'll walk out.
Well,
Let's go.
You are covering your face, right, Mom?
What a show,
You have a
yeah.
mask
that's
in.
all.
Right, so we peek, put on mask, mosey out down the door, try to make it to the church.
Cool.
Ominous.
Just a moment. And what? Where'd you go? You're here somewhere. There it is. Love.
It's like he was crying. Was he crying too?
Just a moment. My glasses. I can't see without my glasses.
He's yelling there was time now.
So, you hear a heavy bar being slid across the back of this door
Okay. Sure.
to unlock it. And the door is pulled open, and you see the part that is visible from the street next to Shannon's office is the bell tower. But it goes further, and this is almost a full cathedral.
Oh, it's impressive.
The seeker that opens the door, it is a middle-aged elvish woman. Hair is going from blonde to silver. It looks like she's tired.
When you say middle-aged, does that mean she's like 400 years old?
Physically looks middle-aged.
Honestly,
Okay,
elves,
sorry.
it could be anywhere
All
from
right, okay.
130 to 400 years
Oh,
middle
fair
age.
enough. Evening, Fortune Seeker. Sorry to disturb you at this late hour. I hope you don't mind, but you think today would be a fortunate enough day to let my friends and I in?
As soon as you start talking to her, you see her just start fumbling in her robes, and she pulls out a gold mask with an emerald placed in the forehead and just quickly dons it.
Oh, you're all right. Don't want no trouble.
How might I help you all tonight?
Well, we're looking for a safe enough place to stay the night while we still figure some things out. And two of our friends here, as fate would have it, happen to be able to get in without quite wearing a mask. So a place that we could keep ourselves down low and have some good company. I'll be talking things out would be a great blessing today.
Our masks broke. We're waiting for new ones.
And I'm a fellow devotee.
He's trying. He's
Deception
trying.
check, persuasion check.
Can I give advantage? Because he is genuinely
Well,
trying poorly.
I don't
Deception
know,
check,
but
persuasion check with advantage because of showing the broken mask.
Okay, all right.
Can I use
Here,
guidance on
give me
that
D20.
or have help from?
Sure. I
You said
wanted
he was
to.
helping.
But your dice is
Busy
helping
doing
mine.
their own check.
Okay.
Oh,
It's okay. It's all right. It's okay.
I wanted to have
Deception?
the description thing. So
18.
A cool 12 on my persuasion.
18 on deception.
Okay. Let me resolve these first, then I'll get back to you, Angel. She just... Welcome. Unfortunately,
That's fine.
with the temples still being considered public space for any who wish to enter, having a proper mask would be safer. We might have a couple of spares inside if you would like to come in.
No, that's okay.
And sorry, Angel, what were you asking for?
I just wanted to know what specific deity is this temple for, and
This
then
is the Lady of Luck.
Lady of Luck. Are any so? In most temples that we go to, are other deities of the pantheon represented, or is it just devoted to the one?
They'll usually have one that they devote themselves to more than the others, but there's always going to be some way that you can worship any of the pantheon here.
Okay. Is it usually like the holy symbols are like in an area?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we
So you're led in, and it's a very short atrium before it comes to a full cathedral.
You know, I haven't stepped foot in a temple like this in years, but I gotta say, it's always pretty grand.
Yes. If you give it but a moment. And then you'll start hearing, it almost sounds like wind chimes. But it grows in volume until it's wind chimes being replaced by church bells. And it's just echoing throughout the entire chamber. Every hour on the hour.
And that doesn't get annoying at all? Never mind.
No, it is a way of the lady to speak through it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Are we listening for something?
It is a way to calm one's mind.
Very calming.
Are there any, like, Lady of Luck specific practices that I might know about? Just
Gambling.
I mean, maybe unironically, yeah, but.
Testing one's luck,
Okay.
usually through a form of wager. There's also general donation, and then traveling. The Lady of Luck is
Pretty catch-all. For
the
adventurers.
deity of adventurers, essentially.
Adventure, fortune, wealth.
Yep.
Fortune and glory.
Yep. But as she's leading you through, there's a couple of people who are in similar green and gold robes with a very similar mask to the one she wears. The emerald is just in a different spot on each person's mask. And usually not as large as the one on hers. So, what brings all of you here?
Well, as fortune would have it, we have a couple of loose ends that brought us all together for a bit into the city. I met these folks a couple of days ago, and since I've been here before, I figured I'd show them around.
Well, welcome to Skyshore.
Thank you.
Giacomo, would you kindly get these folks a few spare masks if we have any? Right away, Seeker. And another figure makes her way off down a different hall. Now, you mentioned you were looking for a place to stay this evening. Why not an inn? Why a cathedral?
Well, I guess I've always been more fond of places like this. Goes with the profession. But you were nearby.
Give me a deception check.
I don't know. 8.
And how did you break your masks, if I may ask?
I'll get you.
This is as long.
Well, explain. This was your fault.
Look at me.
Tell her how it happened.
That was me being above
Oh,
table.
I
just
see. I could do something.
Well, as I was practicing a new spell, it misfired a little bit, and it was a teleportation spell, and we ended up in the wall for a moment, and we jettisoned out, and our faces were first. Wasn't exactly a pleasant time.
Guidance.
Give me another deception check.
With guidance. You're gonna need it.
Seriously.
Was cocked.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, but I got 4. That's
Yeah, that's
not bad. That is a 13.
My guidance was a +4.
That is a shame.
I can show you the spell.
Maybe not. here.
I won't mess up the thing. I won't get into a wall.
I don't know.
I'll try my best not
There
to.
is no need to,
Push your luck.
I know.
as the young one said.
Save
And
that for
the
service.
young man that went off to a different room comes back. 2 painted gold masks are presented to each of you. Fortunately, it's not going to fit Kytana very well, but
Put it over my forehead.
and you will see the tiniest painted on green dots, almost like small tears.
Fitting.
Now, fortune seeker, I wouldn't impose without giving something in return. So,
I offer like
would
2
you
gold.
consider this a fair trade for the night, those masks? And I pull out an extra bottle of holy water.
They'll reach for the gold.
Fair enough.
Thank you for the exchange.
I'm thankful for the mask. It is a bit embarrassing. The reason why.
Unfortunately, well, we are happy to provide a mask. We do not have rooms available for people to stay this evening.
Also, we already bought rooms.
Right. Is there maybe like a prayer room we can cloister ourselves a little bit before we step out into the city? Just to kind of get our bearings, to take in what the Lady Fortune would have for us, if you will. Anyone's going to
Yes.
pray our hands.
I would love, yeah, how about we do like hands together, like just as a, we would love to pray and have a moment alone.
Is this your card?
Because that's what I tend to do. I make bets with the Lady Luck, and if I can't fulfill them, I need to do this alone though. It's a private endeavor without my friends.
Speed dating with gods.
Yeah, speed dating the gods.
You may follow me, young one.
Do a quick scan. Is there any iconography of the Archsage?
As you're looking around, you can see a small, very small shrine. This is something that is almost tucked away in a corner.
Of course, we'll walk towards it.
By the way, you had said before that there's hallowed ground here. Was that sensed through
Divine sense.
Divine sense? Was it anywhere in particular? Was it a specific place or the entirety of this?
This building.
Was it a full building? It hasn't affected anything at all? We haven't like felt any difference or?
My skin feels clearer.
Well, there would be
Oh no!
Oh, there would be.
if you could feel it.
All right, I repent.
Ah, is there any? There's no physical. Like I don't like look down and see a bit of smoke. Just like, you know, it's not like a.
No smoke.
Cool. Then I'm okay. Do no damage I'm taking? Actually,
What are you doing?
Is Dante beginning to feel after last week or no?
I felt something else. Something I've never. I mean, truly more than I've ever felt for sure.
After last week, Dante was able to feel what you felt.
Okay, so emotional pain.
Oh,
But still not
yes.
physical.
More than I can handle.
Heart alleys.
Yeah.
So,
It's a metaphor.
it's as you're being led to a further secluded chamber. You are told that you can use this small cloistered off room for your prayers, but afterwards,
Of course.
We'll head out.
yeah. And give me a religion check real quick.
Of course. How's my religion? I feel like that's probably not good. Isn't that the one that's like weirdly intelligence based on the? Yeah.
Just
Before the
strangely.
fortune seeker reads, I want to ask her a
good.
question.
Oh, I'm just gonna guidance myself with. I'll just guidance myself with another D4.
Get your prayer to know about your prayers.
Yes.
Natural 19 plus 2 minus 2 for 19.
Nice.
Jeez.
So
You were built for this.
my guidance canceled out my minus 2. Okay, this is great.
Lady Luck shines
Skilled your
on
way
you.
up to this.
Now, where'd my d4?
It's gone forever.
It can't be. Oh god, it is.
Caltrop.
So, you do think to pull out your holy symbol, just to
I just,
kind of ponder it,
yeah. Just
and
a chain.
as you do, that's when you realize,
No.
there is a large amount of blistering beneath it on your chest.
Howie.
So like I try to pull it up, it gets all stuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
Maybe Kytana wasn't the person I should have warned.
And
You warned the wrong
I'm chilling.
How
it's at this
evident
point
is
where you notice the. You know what? I'm gonna have you roll the damage. Roll a d10.
D10.
Wait,
You're getting
Wow,
radianted
wow.
to death?
8.
Wow.
You take that much radiant damage.
Love that.
Sika, were you guys cooking bacon or something?
Smells good.
I know it's that.
It's also then that you're realizing your thoughts are a little hazy right now.
Drink too much holy
You
water.
don't remember the route you took down the halls to get here.
Oh.
You are starting to feel the blister a little bit,
Whoa.
and it
That's bad.
stings.
It's
Pain?
actual pain, even just a little bit,
Yeah.
It's a new
beyond
sensation.
discomfort.
Took 8 points of damage.
Yeah.
No. Maybe, gosh. I'm feeling tired, guys. I mean, I can. Prayer with the Lady Luck goes sort of like as a personal thing anyway, so I can do it back at the. So I'm probably gonna head to bed.
I found the holy symbol for the Solar King. I set up shop.
So,
I'm hanging out.
yeah, I'm pretty sure this is my god for sure. Pretty sure it is. So
Not supposed to
I'll
hurt.
just go ahead and head.
Rennial will step out with.
Yeah,
I-
he's gonna dip too.
I think the funniest thing is that Rennial said that their skin's clearing up as they stepped in and felt that way.
I'm like actually melting.
Kytana.
Uh-oh.
As much as my usual prayers. Wow.
You.
It's a typical Sunday for me.
Mood.
It's after you finish your prayers to the Solar King that you realize you've been feeling something. It's not pain. It's not anything that you would think too much out of the ordinary. It's more of an itch.
Anywhere in particular, or like all over?
There are
It-
creams for that.
It's all over, but not all over at once. It is moving. Right when you think you locate where it is, that part doesn't itch anymore, and then it's a different part of you.
An itch you literally can't scratch.
How fast is it moving?
As soon as you locate it and go to itch,
Mm-hmm.
it's a different part of you.
It's crawling in your skin.
can't do it.
Horus, are you still here?
I am wherever the Archsage iconography is.
I go to find you.
Is that just a book?
Yeah,
Are you
it's
bowing
not
before
hard
a
to
book,
find.
you nerd?
Yes. 100%.
Can you locate magic in the same way that Dante can?
Yes.
Duh.
Same thing.
It's like, as he just picks himself up. What do you need?
I would like you to see if there's anything radiating off of me.
I will cast Detect Magic.
And then, like, is there anything here? And, like, she will try to, like, kind of, like, point towards whatever the feeling is and move with it.
So you're casting Detect Magic.
Mm-hmm.
There is not anything you're detecting on Kytana.
That didn't work. Casts Identify.
On me?
Following the...
Oh.
Wherever she kind of points to, I just kind of follow it.
So
You can cast it on people, just in general, right?
As long as I can touch it.
So are you casting it on Kytana?
Yeah. It's 2 level 1 slots down.
Let's just clean you up. What else you have?
Just wait 10
No.
minutes.
I got a couple other ones if you want them.
I don't want to lose it. It's moving. Just gotta... No.
There's a ritual, right, to follow.
Playing magical whack-a-mole with my mom.
What?
Hide the magic effect.
She's married. Quick.
You're outside. You don't see this.
Oh, sorry. She's married. That was above game. That was above game.
Oh, is this whispers? Well, these whispers
Oh, gosh.
here and for you, as well as +5 charisma is here for you. So many really cool, awesome items. They have Instagram, they have Discord that you can join. The items that we have, where are they? Give me that.
Right here.
Give me
You
the.
said +5 charisma?
Yes, +5 charisma. They are
My
amazing.
skin is clearing
They make
up.
oh yeah, my skin is clearing up. They have a whole bunch of awesome. This is a wizard's brew. It is super cool. You should go if you go on the website. By the way, they have so many cool designs. The art is amazing. The Instagram and Discord and a whole other options like that. It's so cool. You can go check it out. +5 charisma.
Last episode, I saw the end of time. I think.
You saw the time knife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You saw Koski's flesh on fire.
I did.
So
Koski's flesh
it was
on fire.
great.
So I missed it.
There was, I think, they also provided the apples to let us see
That's
everything
true.
more
Apples,
than
I don't know
to
what the
see.
apple would.
The Koski ate them all.
Oh, yeah.
I like to think that Rennie runs in. I knew it! She's married! Mom, I knew you would. As soon as I walk away.
It's like the worst kind of parent trap.
We can talk about this when we get to the hotel. And maybe being here isn't a bad thing.
I do feel fine.
Disagree.
Just a little itchy. Some mosquitoes, probably.
Probably.
This high up, elevation-wise.
Since you didn't find any magic, it's probably alright. She just starts walking away.
It's been a pleasure to see all of you, and
I found some.
do wish for you to get masks that fit you properly soon, for
Thank
everyone's sake.
I will be...
I do wish you a good evening.
I'm gonna wrap up my prayers for the evening, but I'll be on my way soon enough. Thank you for the hospitality, Fortune
So,
Seeker.
Seeker, I'm kind of new to this city. Would say we encounter one of the enforcers. Are they gonna have to register the masks you gave us now, or like?
Didn't we leave the building? The three of us?
Nah. It's
Oh, were you referring to them? I thought it was kind of like okay, then.
No, that's all good.
Never mind.
We were kind of walking out. We can turn around.
I just wasn't sure how far apart we were,
Yeah.
that's all.
Never mind.
It's an important question.
Wow.
Is Koski like unusually quiet during all
Yes.
this? I've not heard anything from you.
Well, actually,
Yeah, I mean, you don't. Koski has left the building. If you still
Right.
want to be in the building,
No,
you
no, no.
can.
Close continues
I-
his little prayer to the Archsage.
is it obvious that Koski was being a little quiet? No quips.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, apparently.
Quite.
Also, you've been acting kind of funny. No snarky quip about organized religion at all. So it's no right.
I'm gonna ignore you. Just go to Dante. Are you okay, boy?
I don't think that's my god. I'm like 30% sure. What's the percent? How much is like a lot? How much is really sure?
Like a
When you look at Dante, his eyes are extremely dilated.
We should get you to the inn.
Just seems crazy. Also, do I remember what is my mind less hazy now that I'm outside?
As soon as you step outside, it is. It's like a fog lifted.
Which is crazy because for my brain, okay, look, if I'm in a fog in my brain and I can notice it, that's a real problem. Like usually I don't know where
Alright, well,
I am.
Koski doesn't know that, so Koski has just fireman thrown you over his shoulder.
Good
Oh,
self awareness.
this is nice. This is better.
Walking back to the hotel.
I definitely would have walked out to that and like, he beat me to it.
This is really nice. Was it to cry a little bit?
Yeah,
Should I wipe away real quickly?
While you're being friendly, Karen, yeah, actually, Dante, you alright?
Oh, yeah.
You're just walking behind Koski to talk.
Yeah, just like faces like this. It's like it just.
Koski is doing that thing where he's not being vulnerable.
No,
again.
I mean-
thought Koski.
No, it's a road. No, please.
I mean, I guess now, I don't know if now's not the time.
No, it's fine. Pain. Wait, is that not enough information? Sorry, my brain was a little hazy a minute ago. Yeah, so I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Maybe
Just from
my
being.
god doesn't like being there. I don't know. Maybe it's like one of those, you know, like a situation where like rival gods. Maybe it's like the Solar King doesn't like the, you know what I mean? Like it's one of those sort of
Right.
situations. It's like a rivalry. It's like, no, I like my team. No, my team's better, kind of thing. And so that's probably
Like
it.
a West Side Story.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Is that a
Are
thing
they
at all?
snapping at each other?
They were, but well, they walked.
So, it is well enough known that not every deity on the Pantheon is a good deity.
Okay.
Some of these deities decided to not assist with the Horizon Eclipse many, many years ago, and some of them even decided to try and set more things free.
Would it be general knowledge, like all of the deities on the Pantheon, and then which ones are like good and bad?
All the deities on the Pantheon are known. Some of them are considered worse than others.
Is there one of those things where like even the bad deities have some good aspects the average person
Yes.
might still like pay tribute to? Even like me
Yes.
might
So,
still.
example, the Pit King, the god of the hells and lies and negotiation. They're still seen as the deity you would pray to when going to negotiate peace, or they are the ones where you're going to pray to see if you can say if you needed to lie for a good reason.
Or if you're trying to get a law degree.
Or some people pray to the Pit King in hopes that it'll stave off beings from the hells.
Like placating him.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Does the Lady Luck particularly not like anyone?
I have a question.
I imagine you can't get along with fate too well. It took the opposite of luck. It's like, nah, it was always gonna happen. No risk.
That's my god.
No.
No?
No.
What do you mean?
No.
For sure.
100%.
Because my character specifically just knows, I would say, whatever general knowledge is, and then a little bit extra about the Solar King.
Yeah, Lady Luck isn't best of friends with the Weaver of Fates, but it is
He's best or is not best?
not.
Okay.
That's mine.
But
Weaver. Makes sense. I've always liked basket weaving. I've always liked it.
as far as for intricacies of what God is what God feels what way about which other deity, that's a much more complex subject of a religion check if you needed it. But
It's
You
more
know.
studying.
Need a
Yeah.
little
If you let Horus
conspiracy
know.
board with like God
is
relationship
proficient.
diagram. It's like high school, but on a cosmic scale.
But a lot of the big ones that are considered bad, there's the Pit King, who is the god of the hells. There is the
Dark one?
Dark One,
Grave
the Ravager,
The
Dragon
Mother of
Mother?
Dragons.
The Grave Crawler?
Gravecrawler, Silken Mistress. The Dreamwalker. but those are the big ones.
While the three of us are still in the cathedral, Hadrian approaches like where these two are actually, like where they're making their own prayers to the altars, and just kind of kneels down to pray towards like the whole host of deities, kind of seeking guidance. Like lowercase guidance instead of the cantrip.
Okay. Fortunately, not feeling too much.
That's okay. I think it's a thought that counts.
It's at this point that you see the seeker that greeted you at the door is now kind of sticking not far from all of you. No insight check needed. It looks like she's wondering what you're actually doing here.
I mean, if it's that obvious, like, I don't mind spilling the beans.
Well,
Mine doesn't really suit me much anyway.
Horus is completely not paying attention.
Neither of you were here. Hey. Sorry for the little, like, well, bad attempts again.
I do not truly care what it is that you are doing, but I would prefer that it does not come to. I prefer that St. Belicia Cathedral is not involved.
I assure you, we'll be out of your hair, and our prayers are sincere. But appreciate you hosting us anyway for a little bit.
Behind the mask, you can see a bead of sweat drip down past the eye hole.
You're good. All right. You do think we're ready to go?
Horus is clutching the symbol of his old order that's under the robe. And, sorry. Yes. I do have a question. Why is the Archsage so small in comparison?
If you already know everything, what use is there to adventure?
Fair.
She's got a good point.
I seek answers. That's all.
Perhaps you could check with the International Archives.
All right. I did tell you what show that was.
Okay.
Right.
Have a good evening, everyone.
Thank you.
She
Good
is
night,
now
Seeker.
walking you all to the
Yeah,
door.
yeah. We'll behave.
Rude.
So does everyone make their way back to the inn?
Cloud?
Yeah, I'll follow
Well,
this
Koski
group.
has tucked Dante in.
Okay.
I'm like, Koski, you don't think it's a bad god, right? It's like a bad one. Probably not, right?
I don't think any gods are really very good, so...
So, on average, then good? Like compared to everyone else? If everyone's on an even playing field,
I
then
think you are a good person.
why would a bad god want a good person? That doesn't make any sense. What a terrible bad person I would make as a good person.
Just like to imagine Koski's like
Yeah,
tucking you
tucking
in. Little smooch on the forehead.
I go to sleep.
Oh, maybe.
You're
Yeah.
with me.
Yeah. I grabbed
I
some,
guess I'm tucking both of
Yeah.
you in.
Oh,
I
God.
grabbed some pamphlets on the way out so we can meet
Party papa.
tomorrow.
I kind of want you to roll for tuck to see how tight this tuck is.
Nah. All right.
Like, can they get
So
out?
Absolutely.
you are all able to take a long rest if you would like.
Before the long rest, to kind of just get this out of the way, I will cast Identify on one mask, on a mask. Whoever gives me their mask, or my own.
Okay. So the masks have a spell is the wrong word. A magical effect on them to keep track of which is linked to what person.
Mm-hmm.
So as whoever's mask it is that you or Cass can identify on, it would register as that person's mask. And give me an Arcana check.
Yeah.
I just would like you to know, someone in the chat asked for me to roll for Swaddle, and I did, and I got a nat 20.
Ooh.
I fall directly asleep and
So-
never wake up.
Cosby
Oh,
has
no.
expertly dad swaddled both of you.
This is a boat, no?
16.
Koski.
16?
That's gonna check mine. Would you care for some guidance on that check? Sure. That's a cool name.
What are you talking to?
I'll allow it this time.
Yeah, sorry. I just didn't want
Yeah.
to interrupt.
20.
Dirty 20.
The dirtiest.
You can tell there's more to the spell or the magical effect, but there is a list of spells that make up this magical effect, and you're trying to decipher them. It's not enough to really make out what they are. It's very complex spell work.
Whoever did this, they are devilishly good at this.
No. I don't quite get it, because I made that mask myself. So it wasn't anything other than just a hunk of wood until it got registered. And that gets on when you walk in the city. So unless they just have, well, that devilish person you're speaking of at every post, there's only so many people who do that, right?
I mean,
So maybe it's not on that end.
in general, someone with the right know-how, like spell scrolls, they could potentially, like, anyone who can cast decently leveled magic can spell scroll and...
In theory, what you're seeing here it's different. It's like some spells are not activated, some spells are woven in that could be activated if needed. It's just making out the purpose of each spell that is
hard.
extremely difficult, as there's so many interweaving factors within all these spells that you're seeing.
So it's like a big old yarn knot in there, magically speaking.
Your knot wouldn't even begin to explain it. It's just so complex. There's things that... There's so many spells in here,
Well,
and they're not all active. They turn on, they turn off, like a glyph.
I don't. Like some kind of contingency plan.
Without... It'd take me a long time to kind of sift through what it could. It's just so open-ended. It's like saying, there's a spell called Glyph of Warding where I can, like, if I wish to say, when this book opens, explode.
Why would you want to explode a book?
It's just, it's the theory, right?
All right.
So, if I cast this spell and this trigger happens,
Okay.
this X will happen.
All right. Well, could you just get rid of it all? I saw you
If I
fix
get
her head, right? So can you just do that again?
But if I get rid of it, it gets rid of the identification. I saw the thing that I could clearly see on the surface level. The registration.
Can you pick and choose?
Not really. If I choose to dispel, it gets rid of everything.
Well, that'd
If
be
I'm
great.
even powerful enough to get rid of it. It's so much in here. I don't know if I can even be strong enough. Even at my highest spell potential, it's not. Doesn't seem simple.
There is one thing that I'm going to give you with a total of 20. It's woven in such an elegant way that unless someone is really looking for something off, it would just look like the registry's there.
They are good at hiding what they're doing.
He's a
Alright.
back-end programmer. Okay.
Back end.
No.
I said I got him.
He knows Python.
I don't know if you were. If we go into the database and there is just a giant Python there, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna
We
lose
are
it.
gonna fight that.
It's just a big node.
Don't write that down. Don't write it down.
Yeah, I see looking down.
Oh.
Python with a
Right,
keyboard.
well.
God.
I had been talking to Dante before you poofed back into existence from your brief reprieve, which, again, sorry about that last time, I guess.
No.
And
Don't worry
it
about
seems like the boy's good at, paperwork and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So we were thinking about maybe just heading into that, wherever central bureaucracy they got to be keeping all this stuff at. I mean, do you think you could find whatever this little hidden glyph thing is if you get in there?
If I'm allowed to look through, I can try.
All right,
I make no promises.
that's fine. I mean, I don't
Research
get
is-
your promise of getting in there. Just a thought right now.
Research is my strong suit.
Right, so it sounds like we're doing some legwork.
It sounds like it.
Oh man, I haven't done this since I was an apprentice. I hate reading.
And if I do cast Identify on mine, it's the same thing, right? Except the registry isn't.
It's coming up as the mask is registered to the clergy.
So it's like a base.
It is something that if you were seen, or I should say identified to be wearing this, they would probably ask you a couple of questions to confirm that you are a member of this organization, and then ask why you aren't wearing your own personal mask.
Were we asked to bring him back? I don't
think it
remember
was
being
assumed.
asked, but okay.
I'm sure, like in the back of it seen
Yeah,
return
seen
to
return to.
It just says borrow.
Drop
It did
off
say
at.
borrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was it registered to anyone? But when you put it on, you didn't go to a machine. So how did it be registered to you?
It's
No.
temporary. It's like a
It's just-
temporary license. Or
But it's not, so it wasn't.
No, it's,
You were able to. I guess you'll.
I think we got to the hotel pretty quickly.
I think it's technically an inn.
We got in fairly quickly.
What's the difference?
Oh, I got it. Don't worry about it.
Explain in chat if you know the hotel.
So, if there's nothing else,
That's it.
Horus, there's one thing that happens to you just as you're starting to fall asleep that takes a couple of minutes, possibly an hour off of your sleep. This ring appears on your finger.
Congrats, buddy.
Someone liked it.
It's a copper ring.
Oh.
And there's some scribing on it. It's in a language you don't know. But for some reason, it feels warm. Feels almost nice. But you're confident you weren't wearing it a minute ago.
Horus looks at it
Are you out of identifies?
and is going to absolutely hyper focus on it. And he's gonna ritually cast comprehend languages,
This feels like the fancy equivalent of a notification being like, oh,
and
hey.
he is going to take a point of exhaustion because he is going to stay up.
Oh.
You're not going to save against the exhaustion point? You're not going to save against the exhaustion point?
No, you just take
you
it.
stay up.
Rough, buddy.
It says, "To my soulmate, wherever you may be."
Oh, so did
Thank
you
you
get
to +5 charisma for this
Oh, no.
ring of true love. We'll be right back, everyone.
That was
We're
the-
about to take our break. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. Before we get back into the game, we do have a couple of break shoutouts. Thank you to RobFitz96, Zombies, and Lupon the Mailman. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Hope you enjoy.
Thanks for the mail.
Now, we're going to pick up in the morning in the glorious city of Skyshore. Now, Kytana, you're usually pretty early to rise.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little surprising when you see Horus is awake.
Yeah, I would have already, like, I probably had, like, my door open. I'm, like, drinking my morning cup of coffee, and...
Kytana, I realized I didn't really explain much after the cathedral.
It's still very early. Could have waited until at least breakfast.
I mean, it depends on you. Do you want it to be more public, or do you want it more to you?
She gets a little more tense. You said you didn't sense any magic on me.
No magic. But when I casted the Identify spell, I learned some things about what's going on. So, that itch you were feeling, it was more like the temple or the grounds itself was more or less helping you be alive.
I don't understand.
So, your body is dead.
That's new.
Is it?
And stop me when I explain this wrong.
I will.
Horus can be wrong.
But you still have a beating heart, albeit very, very slow. What was it? Once every 5?
Once every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's just it.
And while you were in the cathedral, I sensed as though the hallowed grounds was kind of helping you pump your blood. And that was kind of what that itch you were feeling was. As if, like, it was trying to help you be more alive? Did you, other than the itch, was there anything else?
No.
Did you feel better?
I felt fine as I normally do. I always feel better when I pray to the Solar King. Maybe I should visit him more frequently. It's not like I haven't tried since the operation, but
Maybe that's the first time. He said it was hallowed ground, correct?
yeah.
Have you ever been to hallowed grounds before?
Briefly. Usually I have a home altar that I'll pray at. I have been to the local church. I don't know if it's considered, probably is, but never for too long.
I just thought it'd be best to give you this information to yourself, and you can decide how to spread it.
I don't know what it means to be dead. I don't feel dead.
I mean, you're not dead. You're obviously alive. You're kind of...
Stuck in between.
Yeah, it's more of a limbo. You still function normally. It's just not how an average person should. I don't know how to explain it, I'll be honest. It's strange and not at all what I was expecting when I cast an Identify on you.
Well, we have a long day of things to do, so might as well start. And I should just give you like a weak smile and just start walking out. I immediately head over to both of their room and just like, wake up! I'm coming in! Better not be doing any hanky-panky or anything. I'm covering my eyes. I'm coming in. I'm coming in.
I opened the door fully in my armor already.
Oh.
Can you? Are you swaddled?
I'm too swaddled.
Do I have to make like an acrobatics check to like
Anti-swaddle
lower him
check.
out of
You've
the-
been working on it for like an hour at this point, and you finally got out.
I sleep with my knife now? 'Cause
He
vampires
gets
are
an
after
emergency
us.
swaddle break.
No, it's because vampires are after us.
Steak. Steak.
I'm not hungry. Mom, morning. Mom, what was that about? Shh, Dante's still sleeping.
I'm like, alright.
Mom, do you have a knife? Mine broke trying to unswaddle.
What kind?
What?
Kytana doesn't know why you guys are swaddled.
Yes, I have a knife, and I'll... Why do you need it?
There's like three boat knots over there in each corner.
What were you guys doing? Is this some...
Sleeping.
you know what? I don't want to know.
I was-
Don't tell me. I don't want to know.
It's just sleeping.
How'd you sleep, Mom?
Pretty okay. Being
Oh,
at the
did-
church yesterday was nice.
That was the charges for this, isn't it?
Yeah, can I talk to you about something? There's something for some important.
Rennie, get out.
Well, no, but not necessarily.
Get out.
What?
He wants to talk to me.
Well,
Get out of your room.
I was about to start arguing with him, but
I'm gonna like
sounds a little.
do some morning drills in the courtyard or whatever.
Hey, Rennial, do you want to learn about the importance of research?
Nerd. Sorry, that was no.
Sorry, that was
Rennial sees Horus with a book and Hadrian with a sword.
Make your choice.
It's gonna be such a
More importantly,
Morning, Hadrian.
18 charisma.
Yeah.
That's plus 4 charisma. That's almost sponsor worthy.
11.
Morning, Hadrian. You want to join my quick drill?
Oh, Christ.
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay.
Wow.
So,
reminds
Horus
me
was
of
reading a book. You two were studying the blade.
Oh my god, no!
So. Dante and Kytana are left alone in the room.
I shut the door behind Rennie. Sit down.
Hey,
I'm sure whatever you said to him, you guys can figure it out.
huh?
Oh, is that out? Oh, never mind. What you were saying?
Yeah. I mean, I really missed you yesterday. Yesterday. I felt stuff. Okay, sorry. Let me just. I don't usually feel a lot of stuff, and
You're getting older. Your body's
Sure.
going through changes.
yeah. So I asked Koski for advice on stuff, and I think he was actually super helpful. He doesn't seem like it all the time, but genuinely, at least in this instance, he seemed like he wanted to just help, and I wanted to see what it was like to be him, and so I went into his mind for a little bit. I can do that. Should have led with that. And I can't forget it. It was so vivid, and I've never felt that. I don't know if the reason I haven't felt it was artificial. I'm being prevented from feeling it, or if. But I mean, maybe. You experienced war, and I've never been, outside of a small town.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know what to do with with these thoughts, with memories that aren't really mine. So I'm not really. I want to be clear. The trauma that I felt in the moments where I was him, I don't feel the same as when I was him. It's more so just like a really distant memory but it was pain like I've never experienced, and I don't really know what to do about it. I don't know.
Are you stuck feeling his pain, or is something else coming up for you? Something from... I know you didn't have the best growing up, but
I don't.
try not to bring it up too much, but...
No, I don't know. It's definitely remembering his story. It wasn't good. I probably can't tell you the story, 'cause it seems like a personal thing, but
What was the advice that he gave you?
to not be like him.
Well, he's definitely a jerk. He's not a bad guy. Don't tell him I said that.
I just wanted you to know. You've been there for me for a long time. I actually thought for a while that Soul was the one who I talked to because of your temples, or I don't know, maybe you prayed for me once or something. But it's probably too early for that to have happened.
Yeah, I've known for quite some time that you don't exactly have the same... I don't get the same feelings from you when it comes to the Solar King. I don't think that's who you're talking to, but have you had any luck figuring that out?
Did you really feel better while you were in the temple?
Yeah. Did you feel anything while you were there?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It wasn't like crippling or anything, just sort of a confusion. I don't know. And for the first time, it's a twinge of pain. That doesn't mean I'm bad, evil, right? It's not. I don't know how it works.
Sweetheart, there is a lot of beings and powers and things out there, and I don't know exactly what you get yours from, but
they've only been nice.
everything you've done has been to help other people. You've always been...
The only thing the deity's ever done for me was protect me from pain, from not getting what I want, if that's even protection. Just everything they've done is nice. I don't get how they could be seen as anything but nice. Does that make sense? It can't be an evil god. It can't be.
There's no such thing as... At least I like to think there's no such thing as true evil. There's all the gods have their differences, and some of the things that they represent are hard to talk about, but if whoever this being is protects you and helps you protect the people that you care about, what are you really afraid of? A lot of people see what's inside of me as something evil, and honestly, it might be, but I don't think I would be able to protect all of you guys without it. At least not as well as I have.
Well, then it's good. If it helps you protect people, isn't that what makes it good? Isn't that what you just said about mine? So it's a good thing that what's in you.
Maybe.
Well,
Things I can do with it are good. Even though the thing itself isn't.
do you... I mean, it's a weird question, but do you tend to fight it?
Yeah. Ever since my operation, all I've done is try to be normal.
But if it's helpful and it helps to protect people, you should use it, right? Isn't that...
I guess I'm just scared.
You told me that I shouldn't be scared if it's to help people and that you're here for me, so I'll do the same. If anything ever happens, I have a way of making people do things. I'll just tell you to stop. And then you'll stop.
Okay. You're growing up really fast. I don't know when that happened, but let's make a deal.
Making a deal. I like that a lot. Maybe I am the fortune one.
Let's stop running away from our problems, and if running towards them gets us in trouble, we'll bail each other out.
Absolutely. That's what family does, right?
Always. And keep protecting my son.
You don't have to tell me that. Oh crap, I've got to cast Agent. Oh god.
I've noticed your little tricks. I think they're starting to get to his head, but
Yeah, nah, come on.
I won't ruin the fun.
I'm invincible!
Meanwhile, Hadrian just kicks him across the yard.
I take half damage every time.
Why did that hurt so much?
Now,
What do you mean smote?
in the middle of that conversation, Koski, you get a knock on the door to your room.
Can I answer the door?
And you see, wearing the same veil-like mask as the day before, Shannon is there. And you see she has a long package slung over her back.
He'll let her in. And give her a polite bow.
She'll nod and sit on a spare chair, pull out the parcel, and start to unroll the leather that it was wrapped in. Before she finishes unrolling it, she'll pause. Koski, before I show you her sword, what exactly are you hoping to get out of this?
I don't really know. I want to make sure it's her sword. I want to see it for myself.
And she unrolls the last bit of leather. And sitting there in a sheath, her sword was always very unique. The guard, the pommel, the entire grip of the sword, similar to that of a basket-hilted broadsword. But the blade is thin like a rapier. And there were a couple of distinct scars on the blade that you're looking for that will tell you this is hers. There's one where you two were sparring one day under her request. She caught the full weight of your axe on this very thin blade. And rather than it snapping, it bowed and flexed back. But you still left a significant gouge in the metal. There's that scar. Another is a stain on the blade, where one day during a storm, she decided that after having a little too much at a party, to go and dance with her blade out and the snow and thunder. And it caught a bolt of lightning, tinging a section of the blade, a vibrant blue turning into a pale, icy color. And that stain is there as well. But the thing that you truly look for, something that the two of you did together. You made a secret compartment in the pommel. After unscrewing the fairly mundane-looking brass knob that makes the pommel, you do pull out a tiny scroll, and on it there is a short list of names for a child. And you remember writing each one.
It's her sword.
This was found in 2 rivers. It washed up on the shore.
But who sent you the letter? Did you not get a letter from her saying that she was fine?
We did get the letter. We don't know who sent it. It's in her handwriting. My godfather is doing what he can to find the origin of it. But with the most recent attacks and everything that's going on, investigation is slowed.
Do you know where he left off?
He's been trying to keep me a little more distant from this one than some of his other cases. Says I'm too close.
He is worried about you.
I wish he wasn't as worried as he is. I want to help.
He wants to protect you, but you're just like your aunt. You will do as you wish.
The letter. We've determined it was written by her hand. And just on some initial magical investigations, we were able to narrow the time of it being written down to about 1 month ago. It mentioned that she was tired. Exhausted even, and that someone was helping her recover. I remember that Xerxes said something wasn't adding up. It's almost as if well, it was her handwriting, she wasn't in total control of her faculties. It's as if someone wrote something while sleepwalking. Well, he's been trying to source the letter. I've been doing my best to source the blade. I don't understand why it would wash up on the shore.
I don't either. None
even
of this makes sense. She would not just leave. And I saw a body. All this time I have thought that body was hers. If it was not, I don't know.
If this is some ruse, it is sick and twisted, but very methodical and precise. I've been following any lead I can get on this blade, and the most I've gathered is a potential point of origin, how it ended up in the sea. It was it's a little further north of the Trench Coast, not far from here. It's almost as if it was dropped. But not over the side of a ship. Dropped from very high up. It's scabbard, and she'll unroll another part of the leather, and you'll see it's cracked from an impact. Like it hits something very hard at a very high speed. But, and she points out the ways that it broke. It wasn't smacked against a single object. It hit something and essentially fractured all the way throughout and just lost its integrity. So it hit something flat very quickly. The only reason it was still with the sword is a couple of secured fastenings, but otherwise this shouldn't even be in one piece.
I don't know what to think. I had everything taken from me that day. And now I don't know why. I never knew why, but now I don't know if what happened is what actually happened. It is not pleasant to doubt your mind.
No, it isn't.
We'll give you this back. Do you mind if I keep the note? The names.
I'll make you a deal. You hold on to all of it, and if I need to see something about it, I'll come find you.
And we'll do this.
I'm gonna continue to try and work my source in the Faceless Guard. It could take me a day, maybe a few, to really not only just meet with him, but try and get access to the database.
Okay. Do you perhaps know of anything that could keep my compatriots busy so they don't get into trouble here?
How are you all doing on coin?
I am doing fine. I think the rest, not so well.
0.
There's plenty of bounty boards throughout the city. If you're looking for something that pays well, I've seen what you all can do. You're a pretty capable bunch.
They will want coin to kill things. Honestly, I could use killing something right now.
Well, if you go to Spire Hall, it's at the center of the city. It's kind of our city hall. There's a bounty board there that has some of the higher end bounties, but if you go to any
What was the name of that?
Spire Hall,
Spiral or spider?
Spire
Spire.
Spider Hall.
It's the Spider Hall. Cursed. Yeah,
I like it.
I do like it.
I think they'll want the coin.
Well, then yeah, Spire Hall is where you'll want to look. If not there, any of the guild halls should have some slightly lower paying bounties, and any tavern or pub should have some odd jobs that they can probably point you towards.
Okay. I will let you go deal with your contact. I will deal with my friends.
She'll stop in the door as she's leaving. Koski. When I first found that secret compartment, I think I knew what I was reading. I hope she's okay. I hope they're okay.
I don't know what I hope for anymore. But thank you.
She'll just nod and depart.
You will come find this merry band.
So, to end our conversation, I would have given Dante a nice hug and just been messing with his hair. And it sounds like you're having trouble talking to your god person thing,
No, actually.
but they don't
Uh,
tell you who they are.
I guess I haven't asked, but I doubt they would.
Okay.
It'd be weird if they didn't just tell me this whole time, you know?
Maybe you'll have some luck talking to the Gravecaller.
Okay. Is that one more fun?
It's a little on the darker side, so
That's okay. In that kind of mood, you know?
might not get as many weird looks when you ask about it. But
I
if
went
you're,
out with a sadness face.
if you're looking for the answers to some secrets, that's probably the person you want to go to.
Got it. Next up.
Is your room door is closed, right?
Yeah, we'll probably be walking out at about.
Koski's gonna be like right there as your
Hey.
broke boy.
Yes, no money. Zero money, boy.
I have leads on money for you.
Ooh. I care about that for one particular reason. Do you mind if we stop at one store first?
I don't really care. I'm just letting you know. You could be not broke.
Perfect.
And I could stop paying for things for you.
Just stop referring to my kids like that.
I mean,
You're broke too.
I am incredibly broke.
Not as broke as this one, but you're generally pretty broke.
I
have-
never tell people I have money, but
I have
I
3
wouldn't
gold.
say I'm broke.
So I'm broke, and that's more gold than I've ever had in my life. So we have to.
I'm balling on a budget.
I would like though to find a store that gives diamonds.
And
It
as
just gives them.
If it's for free, that would be great. I
Is it
assume
time
they
to
cost
pop
a
the
price.
question?
And as the three of you exit the inn, you see Horus sitting on the front stair, watching these two just go at it, and they are. As surprisingly capable at holding each other off.
Aid. Motivational speech. You have 25 extra hit points. I heal you full back to full with it.
and I imagine like our
Dare hurt him. And I just start yelling at you and nagging.
We're trying.
I cast Bane.
Don't test me.
You just get blasted with magic.
Don't test me.
What's wrong? Your temple's off.
It's like my temple.
But it would just be like taking turns of essentially we'd be taking turns attacking and counter-attacking, but like to a rhythm. And it seems like the point is to get into like a proper enough stance and like trying to almost jostle each other off.
Are we just having a little little one-on-one while we're just having our literal one-on-one?
I imagine it would be like, yeah.
Your form's pretty good for someone who's maybe a third my age. I think
Thanks.
got a lot of wrinkles for somebody so young.
Thanks. I learned from someone who was wanted in the woods.
Wait, they were wanted in the woods, or they were wanted?
Well, they were wanted. They were hiding in the woods.
Right. So how'd that work out?
I fed them food.
You just
We kept their secret, and they trained me how to fight. I do like a tuck and roll.
oh, I can't bend. Don't roll.
Sounds like your problem.
Hurt him and I will hunt you down.
Hadrian, give me an insight check.
That's where you were going in the woods?
I think I did tell you.
No, I know. That's just...
Oh god, my rolls are bad tonight. It's just a 10.
10?
Yeah.
So you're not sure if you've seen this fighting style before or not, but whatever it is extremely efficient.
You even learn a thing or two.
Look, if I wanted to fight like that, I wouldn't have devoted my life to hunting things to go bump, okay? That's how you fight people. But
just
monsters.
If you
gotta have
stop
a
being
little
on your if you stop like leaning on your back foot, you'd have a.
I'm not leaning on my back foot, it's my heroic
just-
presence.
Maybe.
So this is what everyone is seeing and hearing as they're coming out.
I'm listening like
Tink,
this.
tink, tink.
Roll that.
Right, like stay on your toes. You'll have a better chance of jumping in on initiative. As I say, as like this
I'm
whole
old.
endeavor is a.
I don't jump on initiative, I slowly walk my way in, a trot.
At least keep in mind you
A
might get
healthy
advantage.
trundle.
Kytana, you look like you were about to say something.
Yeah, so as they're talking about fighting styles and stuff and this is going on, I don't think I've actually ever truly paid attention to like the specific fighting style Rennie has. Is it familiar at all to anything that I've fought against before?
You can give me your choice of history or insight.
Insight it is.
Guidance.
Thank you.
If people are pulling around, you guys can join in.
Plus
Okay.
I can select the number of allies equal to my fighter level. So I imagine I'm like every once in a while I'll like stop by Horus, and like at this point to duck or I will accidentally hit you, quote unquote accidentally.
Well, I can spar with Horus.
Alright, so what'd you get?
24.
24. You have seen this kind of fighting on display.
Actually a 25. I gotta update this.
It was not against you, it was some of your allies you saw doing this. He's fighting using some of the same techniques and tactics that the Eldorasi special forces were using during the war. And he's doing them very efficiently.
Special forces. We need to talk. I say to myself.
That's what we do.
Very well.
Hey, chin up.
See, there you go.
Don't actually put your chin up. That's how you get the neck. Chin down, chin down.
Right.
We're going to make money if you'd like to stop playing with each other.
What's money good for? You gotta learn it.
Okay, well, we can leave you. We can go back to that.
No, that sounds fun.
Horus, are you okay?
Yes. We're doing great. As he closes a book.
It's those darn hotel pillows, isn't it?
Huh?
They're the worst.
Yeah.
I think it's an inn.
The pillows.
What's the difference?
I'm not quite
Amount
sure.
of rooms plus service provided.
Oh,
Right, well, look, I'm beat, so drink, then we can go make money.
How are we making money?
And
That's a good question.
There's a bounty board at Spire Hall.
Oh.
It's pretty good money, from what I hear.
Fun.
I hate doing civic duty.
Do we stay in the city, hunting down these bounties?
I don't know, I'm not from here.
Mhm.
Did you not figure that out?
Look, it's a lot of odd jobs.
Well,
There's
that
good
was more
chances.
directed out loud. Like,
But before we go, your special friend wants to stop at the store.
Just real quick.
we
All my
also
friends are
need
special.
our
me
actual
more.
masks that are registered to us.
We have
Oh,
to
It's
right.
also
Within
thing
Yes.
check
in
out the
order.
mask. Oh, pick up my mask too.
Me too.
Mom, I think you'll like it.
Oh, you're like mine. Sick.
And as a side note, I have been practicing a spell.
Sounds dangerous.
Cool, right?
Nothing. I think I finally narrowed down what I need to do, but if we want to start hunting for anything specific, like a creature or anything like that, I think I can find where they could be hiding.
Me too.
At least within a certain area.
1,000 feet.
Yeah,
We both do. We could separate and then
I could.
scour.
Give us a better range.
I can do that with stuff.
Are you moving your hands at all when you talk?
No.
It's
Are your
under a
hands,
book.
are
It's
your
under a
hands
book.
hidden?
Yes.
You're just saying that.
You want to see someone put a ring on it?
He does wear gloves.
Oh, okay.
The ring didn't magically appear on top of his gloves.
Yeah, he can't take it off. He should have put it on his gloves. He puts it back on.
He only takes his gloves off to write, so when he closes the book, that before would have been your time to see it, but you two were sparring, and
I wasn't.
none of you were with me.
Did anyone else get jump into our combat drill? There is like a mechanical benefit per the awesome custom subclass that we're
I jumped.
actually playtesting.
Horus would have jumped in. He wouldn't be as
bullied?
nimble.
It would be
He wouldn't be as nimble, but he would be quite as.
Koski, since we're killing something, we might as well warm up.
We're killing?
Not him specifically,
Not me.
but Bounty. Right.
Well, you don't know we're killing something. Sometimes just rich people wanting us to go fetch stuff.
Aww.
And Koski, as you're looking at them, for how small Rennial is in comparison to you, you gotta give them props on their fighting style. It's very quick and nimble, and you see him getting past Hadrian's guard more often than someone of Rennial's experience should be able to.
So keep doing that and do less of like jumping off of flying boats and
Please
generally,
never,
what?
generally
please never do that
yeeting
again.
yourself into oblivion.
Can't say it doesn't look cool. Between blocks. But right, noted.
Truly, like the only thing I can't say to you. I say it beneath my breath.
Look, keep that last thing in your back pocket, though. Sometimes it's
Jumping off. I hear you are.
So,
No, no.
for this, we'll say Hadrian, Horus, Dante, Kytana, or Koski. Did either of you jump in on the drills at all?
You get an advantage on initiative and +1 to your attacks.
Is there a limit to how many people can join?
Up to my level of
Fighter.
fighter level. So I dragon a busboy and
Seabreeze?
who?
My steed not appearing in this campaign?
No.
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 I think I already get advantage on
You get
initiative, and I
plus-
just forget about it.
You do, is it
You
very
get,
do,
you get +1 to all weapon attack rolls.
Oh, that's helpful for me. I'll just cast 4th level. What's it called? Motivational speech.
That's a spell.
It is.
The acquisition
So-
corporate.
If I see Horus sparring, I'll get in there and try to teach him some.
2, 4, 5. Yeah.
So, most of you do some form of drills in the morning and then start making your way out into town.
All of you have
Horus will
10.
absolutely destroy at like chin-ups, like doing an absurd amount of them.
All
Oh
of you
yeah, I
have,
forgot you're a strength wizard.
All of you
So
have
Punch.
10 temporary hit points.
Oh,
Lovely.
On top of what we get from
Strength
eight.
wizard and a smart barbarian. We are quite the party.
I will take the full end of my
Very
blade
good
and
point.
just hit you in the abs
What?
repeatedly.
Plus 10 temporary hit points.
That's not where I'm going.
25. So
Alright.
stopped.
So, you wanted to stop at the mask shop.
Get on masks.
I gotta remember what the prices I told you were.
We paid beforehand.
Yeah, we already paid.
It was
Right.
like 5 gold
Gotcha.
for
no,
our
it was a
customers.
bit more. I think it was like 20, but paid for
In
it.
total. No, it
Nope.
was definitely 5. It was like a regular gold for initial custom and then
Right, yes.
5.
You did all pay. You did pay for all of them. So, You get your custom masks. You get the mask with the ink-like substance that's constantly swirling beneath its own plate
What do you
of
see?
glass.
What do you see?
It looks like my mom and dad fighting.
Rennial, you get your sugar skull-esque mask with the plated leather over the trunk.
And Mom, I got you one too. And it's the same like porcelain sugar skull mask, but maybe harsher features.
She's
and
still
more
like coming back
flowers.
from what you said, but say it again. She's just like,
So like it's like the Day of the Dead. It looks like a porcelain mask that would overlay on your Elefante face, but it's styled like the Day of the Dead mask with like dark outlines and like lots of bright flowers. Yours has a bit more accents, flowery accents than Rennial's has, and like it would sit on your trunk almost like plated like all the way down with more designs all the way. Yeah.
so it's got like colorful flowers. Is it the base white or is it?
The base is like porcelain.
Okay.
Almost it matches our trunks. They wouldn't make it out of ivory.
Say that again?
They wouldn't make it out of ivory. It's probably too expensive.
Probably.
No, I'm pretty sure he said he would make it out
Yeah,
of ivory.
absolutely
It was
would.
just prohibitively expensive.
Right.
And I forget, did you guys order Horus a custom mask?
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, so
I don't know what it was.
it looks like
book.
a chest. No, it looks like you know how knights the chest piece of a horse.
Oh yeah.
It's just that kind of like onyx.
Oh.
Like kind of like your namesake. Horse.
Except you clear.
I appreciate the thought. I like it.
Is that not what how your name is spelled?
No.
I just always spelled it like that. Is that not what it's supposed to be?
I thought that you told me that.
H-O-R-U-S.
That's not how you spell horse.
Dante.
No.
So,
That might be how you spell it.
Horus.
Oh.
Okay, we have money to make.
yeah.
Oh, sure. Right. Thank you.
I go in and check at a store how much is diamonds.
Oh. Before we go, Mom, if anyone asks to register, you give them a fake name.
Okay.
The masks. Don't give your real names.
I don't know if I'd do that.
Nah, it
Why?
seems like it probably won't. I don't know if they're like.
Why?
Because, you know, the consequences are bad.
Like jail forever or something. Didn't they say something like that? I was like,
Everything that they tie to is what you write down. So, if
right,
it's the
but if
first
they
time
find
they've
out
been
that
here,
you're lying,
Also,
We don't
maybe
carry
not the
around
best
ID.
conversation to have here.
right? Because they might be listening as well.
He's just rude.
Yeah, this is the mask store where they register your
Oh yeah,
masks.
true.
Oh wait, so did they force them to register before they leave?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just put down Horus.
Well, with your masks registered, you're looking to find diamonds.
Yeah, I just want to check to make sure how much diamonds I can actually buy, and so I know how much money I want to go for.
So you're just going to a jeweler, just
Yeah.
looking at how much
Truly,
diamonds
like
are then.
buying in bulk. What do I need for say 1,000? I guess I would answer my own question. Was that 1,000 gold worth of diamonds?
Right.
Wouldn't that answer my own question?
Conveniently,
Right now-
magic is dictated
Are-
by the economy.
Are you looking for the
No.
like what's the maximum amount you could possibly buy?
Yep, absolutely.
Like what's their stock? We'll let him buy
Yeah,
you
what's
out.
the stock?
From this one jeweler, they have probably about 800 gold worth of diamonds here.
I turn to whoever's with me. You think we're really?
That'd be
Do
it.
we here too? I'd be like, so what's the deal with like making them give it to me and then just walking down? Is that like a no-no here? If I not do that?
That does
You
sound
mean
like
stealing?
Well, it's making them give it to me.
Yes, that's still
That is-
stealing.
that
Is
is-
it?
that is-
If I use magic to make them give it to me, it's stealing?
That's worse.
Worse.
How much is
Yeah.
each diamond?
So there is one diamond that's worth about 100 gold. There's one diamond that is worth about 400 gold, and another that's worth 300 gold.
I would need at least the 400 one. 300 would give me 50 off, and the 100 one wouldn't do anything. So even if we're only going to get one, we need to get the 400 one. I just can't do anything
So
else.
then, do you know how much money you have to earn?
Yep.
And then you will
8,000.
spend it immediately and go back to being broke boy.
That's okay. I don't need money. You just need it to, you know, and then save.
Glad you're good at saving,
Does that mean-
budgeting yourself.
Not sure that's quite what he meant, but saving's good.
But yeah, okay, we can go to the bounty board now. Sorry.
Alright. Can we
Also stop
spiral?
by a magic item shop just to continue with the budgeting.
We're gonna budget list? This is cool.
A wish list.
So,
Can
the
you put this on layaway?
the magic item shop that you are always being pointed towards when you're asking where you could find items in the city is called the Dragon Cache.
Dragon Cache.
Dragon Cash. Take credit.
It is not so much a large, lavish building. It is an isolated building on one of the shortest but also thickest spires that make up the city.
Yeah.
It looks like a very small temple, but as you step inside, it feels almost like a bank.
Oh.
And you see there is a short goblin wearing a dragon-shaped mask sitting behind the counter. And what can I get you? And as he speaks, you see the dragon's mouth move as well.
We wanted to view some of your wares.
You wish to view some of my wares?
Mm-hmm.
Anything in particular that you're looking for? We got quite a bit here.
Maybe some common magical items. There's a few things I have in mind, but is there anything you guys are upselling? Anything on display?
What's the most expensive thing you have? Gold?
Can you try to ask less suspicious questions?
Is that suspicious? I didn't mean it. I just really wanted to know what the most expensive thing was.
Well, I would say that the most expensive thing we have. Oh, that would be something known as a. Where did it go? I had it here somewhere.
Just make it up. Ring of Three Wishes.
It's a thing.
Throw it out there.
Love that item.
My thing is too powerful for you, adventurer.
That would be this, and he'll wave his hand, and you will see
Kind of stuff.
the stone in the middle of the chamber spirals away to reveal a pool of water. And as you start to look at it, you will see an image form on the surface of the water. And you will see, just kind of floating in the middle of a chamber, a great sword with a blade made of platinum and what looks to be a interlocking amalgamation of every holy symbol of all the gods in the pantheon to form a guard. We do have a holy avenger here.
Is this like the ultimate holy Avenger?
Cool.
And you will then see, raising its head behind the sword, what appears to be a red dragon with a collar chained to the wall.
I take it that's security.
What's that behind me?
Yes.
I can see why.
Wow, the name isn't just a name.
So does the sword come with the dragon, or is that separate?
No, that is to deter thieves.
It's pretty effective.
I'm deterred. Had I been a thief.
How much is that?
Sure, that's out of our price range.
Well, we don't know until we ask. How much is that?
If you have to ask,
Fine, I'll take it.
That would be
80,000 gold pieces.
That's like double what we have, right?
Prize and broke.
Like half? Double?
Don't you
Honestly-
have 0?
I have 5 gold pieces.
Prices
It's
here
at
are
least
driven
double.
not by me.
Okay.
They're driven by him.
He chooses the prices?
You have to buy things out of his hoard.
I see.
Screams in Paladin.
So, is this his establishment? Like, is he own this place, or is it like a partnership thing?
Yes, I'm his servant.
Makes sense.
Why is he the one in the collar then?
He just likes it. It's just a thing.
It's like fashion.
It is Dungeons and Dragons, you know. He's just living up to the full title.
There's no shade here.
More, please.
It's all the case.
What's his backstory?
The collar is its own magic item.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so you didn't deserve a collar.
No, he put that on himself.
Cool.
Again, so
So why is it
you
chained to the wall?
didn't deserve a collar.
He just likes it.
No, I just do the transactions.
Alright.
Shame
What
for
do you
you.
have for rings?
We've got many rings, and he'll do the same hand motion, and the image on the surface of the water will change. And you'll see multiple different rings start to rise up out of this pile of various bits of treasure. You'll see a ring that looks like a metal feather curled around. You'll see a ring that looks like it's got this massive ram's head on it. You'll see a ring that looks almost like it's made of fire. You'll see a ring with a very elaborate shield design on it. You see a ring that looks like it has a gemstone carved to look like a brain.
Mind reading.
Does that one make you smarter?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
And
Maybe a wish spell.
you see a ring that looks like 2 rings connected by a single piece of gold.
Aw. What's that one?
That's a ring of spell storing.
Ooh.
Inside it, you can keep a spell ready to go.
And how much will that run us?
That one would run you about 3,000 gold
Do we have
currently. Again, prices are in flux.
And I like, kind of like the menu in like a video game, just like scroll back
Okay, but how much?
to the first ring, the one that, not the first ring, the
The
third
feather
one,
one is the first one.
the one after the feather.
Oh, the ram's head.
Yes.
That one. Probably. And you'll see him just start to growl a little bit at the water, and you'll hear a growl come back from the water, makes the image kind of distort a little bit. That one will currently cost you about 2,950 gold pieces.
Oh, look, the discount. Can I talk to this dragon? Is it possible that I speak to them just as like a... I'm just curious about it. Just,
Yeah,
I
don't
just
you
have
have
a
like the
question.
earring of dragon?
Yeah,
Talking.
I can also comprehend languages if I need to, so that's why I was saying like I could speak Draconic if I really need to.
Dragon Claw ear cuff.
Well, you would have understood what they were saying at that point. He just asked, "How much do you want for the ring?" And it was a very simple response of,
2,950 gold.
"Yeah." But he does always clarify at this moment and then gives you a number.
Okay.
I was
No, maybe if we come back at another time.
I'm so
Well,
sorry.
while I was here,
It's like the stock market.
That's exactly what I was thinking. The dragon's just sitting there staring at a crystal ball, watching numbers go up and down.
that's what I was thinking of doing is, because we're going to the sort of quest board, I was thinking like, maybe there's something that he particularly wants to be done, and maybe we could do two. You know how sometimes in video games, when you do a quest, you pick another quest that's the same like thing, and then you could do both.
A what
at the same
game?
time?
A what game?
For the dragon.
Yeah, for the dragon. I mean,
A crystal ball game.
We do take trades.
Tradesy.
You said that you had anti-theft system. Has anyone stolen from this dragon?
People have tried.
no one
Anyone
succeeded.
succeeded? Because we could perhaps fetch whatever it is back.
And fetch them.
Sapphire.
The red dragon's name is Sapphire.
Oh,
Man.
ironic.
No, the red
Your name is
dragons.
Sapphire?
I said so far.
Dialects.
No, that's the Koski I know.
I'll tap the dragon ear cuff, just like if I'm like using like almost like a hearing aid, and just like talk directly to the red dragon. Just kind of like look deep into it and just like anything you want
Going
as
out.
trade for any of these items. Can we
Mom.
offer you some assistance?
You're married.
It's my line. That's my line.
Sorry.
But she is married.
Many items that I wish for.
Like.
The real question is, what can you procure for me?
Anything that might be in the city. Stay in the city. Preferably within 1,000 feet.
Oh, I'm picking up what you're putting
We
down.
maybe don't want to do anything in the city.
Oh. What to help the dragon? I'm sure it's going to be legal. We can't.
What do they call you, small one?
Kytana. And yourself?
Anthraxius.
That's not the dragon that you used to work for, is it?
I do not believe so. No.
Are they related? Maybe this is Thrasius' kid.
Thrasios, wait a minute.
We will be back, possibly with some things to trade or some gold to give you. How much would you want for, if we were just giving in gold price, for the feather one?
What's that do? No.
For the ring of featherfall,
Yes.
I currently will request
He's open light.
650 gold pieces.
Not the light.
You know what? That's the cheapest thing he has tried to
So
sell.
if my math is correct, to get all the items, we would need
A buttload.
401 gold pieces.
No.
We would need at least 5.
Gold pieces?
At
Yeah.
least.
Guys, you're not gonna
No,
find
you
this.
have exactly 5.
Oh, shoot.
You would need
Right.
at least 5.
Thank you for your time.
Wait, what does he want?
I'm still well. If we find anything worth trading, these
He doesn't want anything in particular?
no,
Okay.
not. that
Ask
said
him
that
how
he
he
would
gets his
trade.
prices.
Yeah, that's what we could offer him.
Oh, yeah, ask him how he gets his prices. How does he figure out his prices?
Stocks.
Bonds.
You said this is the price for now. What affects those prices?
The value of the object that I determine it to have.
Just like the
Okay.
free
Stocks.
market.
Yeah, it's the free market. It's the free market.
This is the invisible claw of the market.
So
So
noble.
we just have to gaslight him into not thinking that the items are that much.
That thing? 2 gold, most.
Wrong. We just have to short. We have to short sell the
Short
stocks.
sell-
guys, as adventurers,
Do the
it's
move.
our duty to go into tubes and get some crypt currencies,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
So we can have some non-fungible treasure that we can offer the dragon.
Yeah.
We have to
All right.
crash the stock market.
So,
We just buy all the feathers.
Nothing to trade.
Do we have anything to trade?
My life.
Don't
This
know.
ear cuff, but I do enjoy being able to communicate with
You
you.
only have one of those.
And I have a dragon beast, but I won this at a fair. I don't think it would be of too much interest of you. Do you have one of these yourself? And like, actually, I
I
haven't showed
do
off.
not,
Oh.
but items of such little value to me. For it does not shine.
He likes shiny things.
Can you imagine he's just like super into Koski's squirrel mug and Koski's just not gonna let it go?
Wait, wasn't there like some kind of rivalry between squirrels and dragons or something in this
yeah.
one? Is that true? Somehow?
Did we just skip the fact the dragon is just a big raven, big crow brain?
They've always been kind of
Kind
raven
of.
coated
That's yeah.
from the very
I
beginning.
mean,
Did you raven coated? Yeah.
It will step closer to
Terrifying.
the image of the pool of water, and you will see
Takes a drink.
as it snorts a bit of flame, you can see its scales,
Flame.
at least in the dark and the amount of light given off by the flame. Its red scales almost seem ruby-esque in color.
Oh.
You know that ruby dragons aren't a thing. If there is one, it's a deity.
Ooh.
So it's a
What?
bedazzled dragon.
It is a dragon that takes great care of its scales.
He's got a moisture routine.
Moisturizes,
Yeah.
would
I like
know
this dude.
anything about this dragon?
You can give me a history check.
Love his name, right?
Is he like an influencer dragon?
Raxius.
Mm.
Name of an item.
Illuminates a scroll.
Which dice do I think? Which dice do you think?
That
Pick a
one.
dice. Which one? That one?
Yeah, that one.
Alright.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
On the best.
plus 8. That is 23.
23.
Okay.
If this
You've-
dragon tries to hawk Express VPN to us, I'm gonna be really mad.
It doesn't work.
Anyway.
This particular dragon,
No.
it's matching a description of a dragon you've read about before you went in the trinket, but it is very clearly far too young to be that dragon,
Baby.
and its name is similar but not exact. Your guess is possibly offspring,
Or he's cosplaying.
but the dragon that you are remembering went by a different title known as the Scarlet King.
Hmm?
Do you know that one?
It's an SCP.
If there's one thing that you could add to your collection, what would it be?
In my name.
True
In the
love.
city. In the city, hopefully. That might be in the city.
I do enjoy the sound coming from the bells of the cathedral.
Got it.
The
Easy.
one from.
Done.
Did someone say heist? Sorry. Did someone say heist?
Done.
Hold on.
Hold on. We are not taking
Huh?
a
We
church's
need-
We
spells.
can replace it.
I do not say
I
that
will
in
not
common.
accept a single bell. Only all of them.
Makes sense to me.
Okay.
Alright, let's go to the bounty board and then to the cathedral.
I do not say this in common.
Easy.
So you do not speak Draconic, you do not know
Don't keep a
this.
heist from me.
I'm not. I'm keeping it from...
Sorry, this is no. Don't keep a heist from me.
I'm keeping it from the ones who won't want to do the heist, who will try to stop us.
Didn't I say I cast comprehend language?
Oh, I do.
I won't tell you.
I cast comprehend language.
Okay.
Bounty board, bounty board.
Dragonic.
Yeah, bounty board.
Dragonic, I forgot it.
Oh yeah, you do speak it. I should have your.
Horus is just chilling.
Yeah, Horus has been understanding this whole time.
He's just like, yeah.
It's heist time, baby.
Of course I know Draconic. I literally lived with a dragon.
Yeah.
Use a roommate.
Yeah.
I should have this information in front of me.
It
Who
was
else
in the
knows
job
this?
description.
Then we had to
Speak
fix
Draconic.
my little abyssal infernal mix-up.
Yeah.
You fixed it.
Cool. But you guys depart, make your way towards the bounty board.
As we leave, Cassie's gonna turn to the guy, not the dragon, say,
What?
Sapphire, we will see you later.
See, Sapphire?
Maybe one day you will be worthy of being the dragon, or the dragon will deem you worthy of being,
Chain the
he
peninsula.
will be your master.
Oh.
Maybe. But no, not for now, Sapphire.
My name's George.
Alright, Sapphire.
Come on!
I want a character insert of someone pathetic.
Lame. Is the dragon just holding?
Is it dragon?
Shout out to Tabletop Gaming Center.
Okay.
If you're in the area.
Our producers just keep going.
Yeah.
So,
Getting thumbs up from the back.
Nope, wrong finger. That's definitely not a thumb.
Like, whoa, that's not
so
okay. No producer.
Bounty board, bounty board.
you guys make your way to Spire Hall. It's more like a tower than a long hall, but you're not worried so much about what it looks like or the inside. You're looking more at the large bounty board posted out front.
Sort by the highest amount of money?
There are currently 6, sorry, I can't count. There are 6 job postings on there.
at least 5.
Yes.
At least 5.
5 plus.
5 plus.
One might say plus 5.
Charisma? Just wait one more level.
So, there's a couple of jobs here for you. Starting with the lowest paying going up.
Just look straight at the top.
Okay.
Prison transfer security personnel required. Pays 100 gold per hour for 10-hour shift.
Oh, per
Hey,
person?
it's at least
Per
200
person.
gold.
Whoa, right.
Solid.
Not bad.
The next one. Crypt investigation. For 2,400 gold pieces.
Put all in a...
Oh, that's all. That's just all ones.
Total?
Total.
Yeah.
Does it say we can keep what we find in the tomb?
Currency.
It says for details, see Lirio Calci at the Mortal Crypt.
We can inquire.
To the moon.
Crypt currencies.
To the moon.
Next, there is a wanted poster for one Euphemia Parker.
Oh. Can I roll to see if I know anything about that scoundrel?
I mean, you do know that that person had a job for you here.
I knew I forgot something.
I don't want to mess with anyone with the last name Parker.
Euphemia first.
We should
That's
find
my
her,
aunt's name.
actually.
Euphemia Parker being the same last name as the contact Shannon had.
How much?
3,000 gold pieces.
Just to find
This one is
person.
specifically wanted alive.
Easy. Right. So
Yeah.
actually,
So far, like, we're looking.
look, we got caught up on a lot of stuff between everything, but I actually do need to find her.
Look,
Right.
the prison transport, like,
Maybe not
there's
her.
6 of us, 1,000 each, that's 6,000
Wait,
gold.
it's 6,000 each? It's 1,000 each?
Like 100 per hour for each of us, which is
Oh, it is each
1,000.
of us?
So then if all of us go do this prison transport,
I thought we were going
that's
lowest to highest. This is great.
6,000.
Whoa,
I was going lowest by individual.
But look, that's fixed, right? But Crypts, that could be anything. It could even be 6,000 gold.
Still got a couple more
Let's
to
talk
go.
about it.
And
Hold on.
hands are
Hang
dying.
on. We're only on the third one. All right, that one.
The next one, museum security analysis
Nah.
for 3,600 gold pieces.
That's raising some flags.
We
But
got
they want us to
still, like,
hold on.
For inquiry, see Harwin Glasshammer at the Antiquary Display Museum.
again, prison transport. Looking pretty nice right now. reads the next.
Wait.
The next one
The last
is...
or this 5 out of 6, right?
This is 5 out of 6. Another wanted poster. Geppetto Winslet.
Geppetto.
Wanted for
Puppetry.
stealing an enforcer
A puppet.
and
Real
gaining
boy.
control
Real
of
boy.
it.
How much?
Can you steal a whole enforcer? And how much?
Geppetto is wanted dead or alive for 5,000 gold. If you can recover the enforcer, there's an additional 1,000 gold in there
So
for
we're
it.
just breaking even.
All right. But look. Let's.
And then the last one. Lost at sea, cargo recovery, 12,000 gold pieces.
That's the one with the biggest
Aye.
number, right?
It's like twice the
See.
amount we would get.
Cosimo Encanto at the Spellstone Mine.
I love that movie. Now, I'm not sure if I'm too crazy about being in the middle of the ocean or wherever this thing might take us. I think we should inquire on the crypt
Sure.
Wait a minute.
because
Is our crypt here?
You said
I
it was
don't know.
double what the other ones were, right?
Yes, but the ocean. We have to find some treasure
Okay.
that was lost at sea.
We could do that.
Yeah. It's like finding a needle in a haystack.
Not if you have gods on your side. I could just ask.
Does it describe? It just says for more information.
Yeah, for more information, see X. All of them have that kind of information.
Is anyone else curious about the museum security? Because my thought is you don't hire randoms to set up security. You hire randoms to test security.
That could be what they want. But again,
It did say analysis.
Yeah,
Did someone say heist?
so
an invited one.
legal heisting.
Wait, how much is the
That
prison
makes
one?
it less fun.
100 gold per hour
10
per
hours.
person for 10 hours.
If it's not stealing the Declaration of Independence, I'm not interested in that one.
Is there something equivalent?
What is a Declaration of Independence?
We're in the monarchy.
I don't know, but I'm not interested if it's not that.
Maybe we should step this up.
You know, I think I heard
Magna
a
Carta.
I think I heard a story about that where they put lemon juices behind parchment.
I heard that too.
They made no sense.
None.
And
It would
then
degrade the parchment. wouldn't
I
it?
know, and they used heat from a flame. It just
Maybe the
seemed
parchment
baffling.
likes to get degraded.
I don't know.
It is magic. It's probably magic.
not
Weird
sapphire.
fiction stories that you read are strange in this
can't-
Well, how
time.
about this? We can make this real easy.
Yes, you can.
There's 6 jobs up here, and there's 6 of us, right? We can go flag somebody down, meet back up in like an hour.
Get information.
Wait, so you're saying is we split up. I do the sea one, you do the prison one.
No,
you do
no,
the...
no, to be clear, we're not splitting up to do the jobs. We're just gonna go ask for info, and then, we'll call this base, and then we'll touch it. We'll touch base.
We could split up the jobs depending on the information we get.
But look, for real though, I know that we've already done a bit for me, finding my teacher and all, but this Evelyn Parker, that was her name, right? Evelyn Parker?
Euphemia.
Female.
Hey, you still owe us.
I'm helping, aren't I?
Barely.
Yeah, wait a second. We already helped you track down someone.
Yeah, we found
Yeah,
them.
it's a
For
it's a
your
popular
backstory.
line.
We did it while we were asleep.
I was efficient, okay? I got it done in like 6 hours.
Was that the deal?
That's on you.
Yeah, it sounds like it's our turn to pick fun thing to kill.
Right.
All right. I'm just saying.
We
if
didn't
we
even get to
happen
kill your guy. You made it seem like we were after him.
So
Mentor.
I'm thinking, again, I think the crypt.
Yes.
I have one more thing. I like the idea of the crypt because there's treasure there. But also, if we're going to find treasure at sea, and that's the job, wouldn't there also be treasure there? And specifically we know there is? or
Well,
something?
they want their cargo back.
Right,
so
but-
whatever we find,
Yeah, but they don't have a layout.
they usually keep a ledger.
Yeah, but if some of it's like broken.
Or, lost at sea.
Yeah, like the thingy. No?
Yeah, I mean, we don't know the details. We could.
I'm just concerned about
Semantics.
doing some sort of. I kind of want to stay close to the city.
I
I'm trying
agree.
to find someone.
Well, the thing's on the coast.
What kind of
Yeah.
contact
Yeah.
info is on the flyers? Is it like where to meet them?
Yeah, it's where to go to
Get more information.
get more information, yes.
Again, there's no
Except for
harm.
the
in-
wanted posters, those are where to turn in.
Do they keep records of old wanted posters, or are there longer standing ones available? I'm looking for the guy who taught me Spec Ops combat.
They're
Just passively.
these are ones that are just actively available for people to
I see.
grab.
Ask inside.
All right.
Yeah.
Might be a record.
Well, look,
See if someone turned it in.
here's my idea. All right. Now, Koski, you are by far the most person here I think would make sense going grasping out of the ocean. So why don't you go inquire about that cargo job?
You are the
I
most
was
person.
thinking we could go do that, unless Koski's interested.
Well, like I said, 6 of us, 6 tasks.
We don't. Well, yeah, I guess people can stay in the bar and inquire. I feel like you're better at being in the bar and inquiring about the wanted
I'm good
folks.
at being in the bar.
Yeah, could you talk about where these wanted folks
Well,
may
we
be?
don't need the wanted because
Well,
That's
if we
not
go
really-
figure out where to turn them in, they might be able to give us some information.
I
We
feel
need
like
information
that's
about
just-
their whereabouts.
Yeah.
I feel like if they knew where they were, they would just.
They may have known where
Found
they
them.
were.
Well, there might be
They
rumors
are.
in the tavern.
Where are the turn? Is it like turn into the police?
Turn in at Fort Watcher to Sergeant Roche Trapio.
For both?
Trapano. For both the
Trapano.
wanted posters. And that's also the person to inquire about the prison transfer.
Oh, okay, so 3 of them are actually in one place. Yeah,
Yes.
so.
Oh, okay.
6 of them.
I will go speak with the crypt guy.
Want to go talk to the boat dude?
Absolutely. Pirates sound fun. I mean, yes, boats sound fun. I want to do that.
Let's do it.
Yo ho ho.
So, just so I know who's going where. Angel and Matt,
Boats.
you're going to the Spellstone Mine to inquire about Lost at Sea.
Absolutely.
Who was going to the Crypt? Just Ray?
Horus seems to be going along.
I'll go with the nerd.
Hell yeah.
Alright. Was anyone going to see about the museum?
Want to go ask about some prisoners?
I thought I was just told to go to the bar.
Alright.
Yeah.
Horus, can we go see the museum after?
Yeah.
Let's see
I
if we
don't
meet
see
up
why
there.
we can't do 2 of them. Meet up back at the
They're at
end.
the museum. That's gonna be great. Oh,
No, so we can meet up at the museum.
oh, we can go at the night. Night at the have a
Koski was going
I also heard a
to
strange story
a
about
pub to try and get
Koski's
information.
just going to a pub.
Okay.
Is there a pub at the
I'll go
Me and the
to
guild.
Fort
Ah, yes, this is the
Fort
Koski
Watcher.
we all know and love.
Watcher and find out
I
about
was going to a bar.
Alright.
Is there a pub at the guild?
Sorry, pub at the what?
At the guild, or near the guild?
There are multiple guilds here.
We are at a place.
You are at
We are.
you are at the city hall essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Spire.
The Spire Hall, right? Yeah.
They
Yeah.
did mention, I think you're talking about the guild that has the other bounties, you mean?
Yeah, they had a guild hall.
Yeah.
There's multiple guild halls, all of which have their own smaller bounties.
Okay.
Kotsky, don't just drink. Get information. I rip off the wanted poster and hand it to him.
Hey, let's do that.
Alright.
It reforms.
I'm just gonna hand it to Hadrian.
You're not really supposed to rip these off, but I guess sure. Tuck it away.
There's someone
I
who
rip
has
off the
to-
boat one and walk out.
No,
Okay. Alright.
Mom. It's embarrassing.
So I'm going to start with Fort Watcher just because there's more to get done there, and then we'll start going up the
Okay.
list I got here.
Sorry for doing this to you.
No problem.
It's the job.
So
Job's done.
you make your way towards Fort Watcher. This is part constabulary, part military complex.
Familiar with it, right?
Yeah, it is the terrestrial base of the Faceless Guard. So it sends a tickle down your spine even just stepping in there, but
Yeah.
Like a bad tickle.
All tickles are bad. I don't like to be tickled.
Fair.
stepping inside, someone can easily direct you towards the office.
Now, does my very clear violet eyes and, huntsman.
Oh yes, you were
raises-
getting looks,
Yeah, that's fair.
but no one is stopping you, no one is pestering you. They're more avoiding you.
Good.
But they point you towards the office of Sergeant Trapano. All of the Faceless Guard
have a very uniform mask. The white wedge below the eyes. So when you see the sergeant's mask, it has a lot of gold filigree around it, denoting rank.
What can I do for you today, Huntsman?
Well, I stopped by Spire Hall trying to catch up on some funds to return to my normal activities when I couldn't help but notice you had quite a few jobs out here looking to get done. I happen to be traveling with some competent folk, and I wager we can be of some help. Everybody needs gold after all, and it seems like you've got a lot of things that need to get done.
Yes, the Crown does have far too many high-priced bounties out currently. Which one would you like to inquire about?
Well, couldn't help but notice you're looking for Geppetto and an Euphemia. And, well, it wasn't too clear what Euphemia was, but that Geppetto fellow sure seems to have gotten one up on you guys.
Yes, indeed. Euphemia is wanted for questioning in a matter of state. Geppetto is dangerous.
Now, when you say dangerous, do you mean to you, to me, general public?
He is dangerous to those who oppose him, and with time, I fear the public. As he is not trained in how to utilize an enforcer, he flunked out of the training to become Faceless God. Did not take that well.
Mood.
I'd like the insight check, see how genuine he is in his belief of danger to the public.
Give me an insight check.
Okay. No guidance, I don't want to get caught doing that here. Oh my god, my rolls are crap. 6.
You need new dice.
6.
No.
He's wearing a mask. It's hard to read him.
There's no dice superstition. It's just chance. And dice.
Lots of dice superstition. You got a 13. Let me see new dice.
Anyway,
They hate you.
so sorry for borrowing the Weigel dice. Speaking of Weigel something. But alright, Sergeant. And this Euphemia, you got any idea where she was last seen?
One of the enforcers caught image of her mask not too long ago.
You able to describe that to me?
Yes, it's
In my notes somewhere.
Probably is literally was an outside.
Let me get this real quick. No. No, not a
a
cat.
white mask. A white domino mask. It is that simple. They usually use a blue cloak to hide the rest of their head, but their mask is that of a domino mask.
Right. Well, I appreciate that, I guess. And one more question I gotta ask you about Geppetto. Taking an enforcer's no easy feat. I say he flunked out of trying to become a Faceless Guard, but it seems like the boy ain't exactly incompetent. So, anything about him I should know?
He was stealing from the guard while he was being trained.
Hadrian kind of chuckles and doesn't really hide this contempt.
So he was dismissed without honors.
Right, I can see why you won't be too thrilled about that. Alright, last thing, and then I'll be out of your hair. But,
He's bald.
He's wearing a cap with a cloak
yeah.
and a mask.
Oh.
That would be funny.
You got a job for prison transfer.
Yes.
I got a lot of bodies that are good at keeping people safe.
How many?
6 of us total. Probably a reliable 5.
Wow.
Should be.
Who's the
With 6, it would be enough to fill out the rest of our roster. We are moving a few prisoners from both the HMS Brig and the Glyph cells.
Glyph cells.
Yes. It is a spire that is further out.
Not something you can see from the city, is it?
No. They are very high security prisoners, and they are set to be executed.
Oh.
However, the Queen wishes to speak with each of them one last time.
Well,
Get right next to the queen.
that sounds about Her Majesty's, right?
Would we be in the room?
Right. Action. So I know you're not there, but that was a good question.
This job would involve simply the guarding of these prisoners on the way to their execution site.
Right. Now, my question is, and please don't worry too much, it's just high-profile prisoners getting transferred up, right? Seems like a bit of a sketchy job to hire total strangers for. Now, I know you can tell by my eyes that I've been around for a bit. Generally trust them, but who are you hoping to get out of there? And why all the cloak and dagger? They're gonna get executed anyway. Who's trying to come after them? Not quite one thing, but you understand my concern.
Well, for one, each of those who are hired for this would be subject to the interrogation of the city's Master of Secrets, Lord Edward Wick.
Ooh, it's an important name.
From there, once deemed acceptable for this task, should you perform well, there might be talks of future contracting with the Crown.
Alright.
Quite indeed.
Alright, Sergeant Dracano. You've sated my inquiries. I gotta say, this has been one of the least painful interactions with a faceless guard. I bring it back to my people.
You can see that exact face under the mask.
And I'm sure it isn't the last you've seen of me. Although I think you knew that when I came in.
Quite.
Indeed,
He said it.
huntsman.
Right. Well, good day to you. And then Hadrian will, step out of the chair and...
Tip his hat.
Yeah.
Step out.
Did he tell you when the prison thing was happening? The guard?
Oh, yeah. Was there a date by? Would have been on a flyer?
We will need final applications in 2 days' time.
Okay.
Just enough time to go into the ocean.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
I feel like.
It's like, when I get back, I will share all of this, and I took actual notes, so...
Up next is the Crypt investigation.
Wee.
Crypt currents. Lucrative opportunities.
So,
Non-fungible crypt.
Non-fungible tomb treasure.
I want hound coins.
you're making your way to the Mortal Crypt.
If there's spirits there, it'll be a theory. Right, that's fine.
This is a
tall, overhanging building that looks almost like a statue of a raven.
Great.
And as you are stepping up, there is a figure wearing all black with a silver raven skull mask. And they're just placing some flowers at the foot of the raven statue that makes up this building.
Remind me, what was the name of the person on the inquiry for this one?
The inquiry was Lirio Calci.
Horus will back in and say, excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt.
Yes.
We were looking for a Lirio.
You speak with him.
Ah, perfect. We were looking to inquire about your poster about investigating a crypt.
You also stole the sign. I'm proud of you.
Minor illusion sign.
That is fine.
Disappointed now.
Another group comes forth.
There was others.
You make the fifth.
Yeah, but they came back fine. He's not saying that.
I wouldn't assume no,
Yeah.
probably.
Something skippable.
Yeah, maybe, you know. That means there's a lot of treasure.
Right, what are the crypts about? Are they in the city?
They are beneath us, for this whole spire is hollow.
Right.
The crypts turn to catacombs, the catacombs lead to the below.
How deep below are we talking?
The below.
Like in
Equivalent
Queen's
of this
Inferno.
world's Underdark.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
really?
Interesting.
And how far do you want explored?
That's the thing. Us Fate Weavers have not been able to locate the source of that which makes itself known. We are looking for those to help us discover that source.
No, it sounded very cryptic, even for me.
Did you intend that pun? Nice. Is there, can I make a religion check? Is he referring to something?
Yeah.
Like some sort of like omen that's important to the follower of
Since I
the dead goth mommy? Sorry,
mommy.
what's that?
Weaver of Fates?
That one.
Yeah. Knocking on the goth
I'm
mommy.
proficient in religion and history, if that helps.
The dead have been restless.
And they haven't been staying dead. Are we talking spirits? Are we talking zombies?
I mean,
We are unsure, but something has beckoned many of our order down below. And when they did not return, we put up a flyer.
so you wish to confirm those of your order?
We wish to confirm what they encountered, recover them if they have perished, so that they may too be entombed.
Okay.
Have you had any contact with any of the dead or any bodies? Did they happen to have, and Rennial will be thinking about what happened to Caesar and how there was kind of like an undeath thing that happened to him. And he'll begin describing like a black ichor reacts oddly to sunlight.
It is not quite so
Okay, well,
simple. Those of our order here are trained in the elimination of those that defy death. So whatever it is, It's more than your simple zombie, skeleton, or spirit.
It's something much deeper than that.
Something foul.
Gross.
Alright.
I do have 6, and we're trying to figure out which goals we wish to align ourselves with at the moment. When do you have a specific time that you'd wish to have an answer of our acceptance of these tasks?
This task is open until someone accepts.
Right.
And succeeds.
And doesn't die.
Should the next group to accept fail, the price shall increase once more.
So I feel like we
So
should
we
wait
just
a
hold
little
out,
while.
right. What would be like a
It's-
dragon.
Again, it's like stocks. You just hold.
Yeah.
Wait,
until
it's
it's
But in this
diamond
version,
hands?
but in this version, we might be more undead to face because they died of us.
Right.
No. But that just means more treasure because they come down. They go down with stuff.
So you'd be looking for us to find out what's stirring the dead, if you will, and maybe bring back some of. Do you want us to also get rid of the source for you, what information and proof of what's causing this to be enough?
Should you accept, one of our order would be accompanying you down below
Okay.
to confirm the source and to assist with the entombment of those who
Pass.
perish.
Are we going in blind? The crypt seemed. Is that something that you guys would have mapped out?
That is another reason why one of our order would accompany you, so that you might find your way home.
Sure. Keep them alive. Keep them alive. Right. Compelling. Horse.
It is definitely interesting. We will come back to you when we see that we can come and do this.
Very well.
Thank you for your time.
He'll nod and produce a black dahlia from either of his sleeves and hand one to each of you.
I'll find like a place on my mask to tuck it. Maybe it blends in with my
I have
the other
like
flowers in there.
where like the pin is on my underrobe. Kind of just like stick it there, and it'll.
All right. Now, Dante and Kytana, you're going to the Spellstone Mine.
Yes, let's do it.
I'm not calling it a blow.
So the Spellstone Mine is a spire that doesn't have people or businesses living on it. It is shorter than what the rest of the city considers to be part of the city. The spire is maybe only 50 feet above sea level.
Oh, little nub. Gotcha.
But as you are riding a crane down towards it,
That's what she said.
you see, oh, they've hollowed that thing out. And you see the stone within is
I'm just a child.
a chalky white with green flecks in it. But sometimes the light catches it and those flecks turn blue or red. You arrive on the outskirts of the mine, and there's a couple of office buildings that have been set up. And just asking any worker, they could point you towards the office of Cosmo Encanto.
Cosmo Encanto.
And as you enter this tiny ramshackle office, you're unprepared to see the mask that this man wears. As you have seen Karats, the material that fuels airships. And you see he wears a mask made of it.
I see. Is he floating? Like by his face? It's like
You see, after looking at it carefully, there is something encasing it,
Okay, because it's.
but it has grown to fill out the encasement, and it looks almost like the face of a serpent. And who are you?
Kytana, we are here to find your cargo. Give us more information.
Straight to the point, I like.
This is so cool.
Well, do take a seat, and can I get you anything to drink?
Yep, best coffee you have.
How about liquor?
Well, how about what?
He pours you a glass of whiskey
Okay.
and hands one to each of you.
It's okay this time.
I purify food and drink. Just drink one.
Alcohol just for the taste.
Yeah.
Hoppy.
Now, you wish to inquire about my cargo lost at sea.
No, we are going to find your cargo. Where is it?
I like this. I like this attitude. It was a shipment of freshly refined karats that sunk off of the trench coast. Now, it was in a specialized protective container, so it should have survived the plummet from the skies to the water.
How much does it weigh?
The actual weight of the shipment in total was no more than 50 pounds.
Easy.
Okay.
How'd you lose it?
Well, that is part of the mystery, is it not? The last messages that we received from the ship was that they hit some sort of unexpected turbulence. And then they were pulled backwards towards the sea rapidly.
Wow. Okay. No survivors?
None that have come to shore.
How far is the travel to the last known location?
No more than a day out from the city.
Take out, take back.
Can leave now.
You
I
can.
don't say that.
We won't get back.
Think about it.
We will get back right in time.
Barely.
We just have to have the
The
application.
real question is, where has it gone?
Oh.
We have the last known location of where it was on the surface. Once it went under the water, that is when we lost our contact.
I'm sure it went down, right? So things usually.
It depends on the current, but yeah, down in a direction.
Yeah, but like near that area, it has to be.
Yes, but it is known as the trench coast for a reason.
And what is that?
What's the reason? Oh,
It's deep.
trenches.
There are many crevices and trenches that run the length of the floor of the sea along this coast.
Can you magically find it?
Yeah, but how deep?
Some of these trenches reach to below.
Oh.
Oh, can I, as a separate question, because I know how far away that is, I could do the math probably, but like, in terms of feet, what do you think?
Thousands.
Great.
How long would that take to travel?
It depends if you have ways to survive underwater or move quickly beneath the waves.
And if I do?
I do not know, for I do not.
Like-
But upon recovery of the shipment, you will be paid in full. And anything else you might find along the ocean floor, think of as a bonus.
See, I like that a lot.
How big would you say the shipment is? Dimensions wise.
Yes, maybe 5 feet long, 3 feet wide,
Fit that in a bag of holding.
2 feet deep.
Yeah, my holding's fine.
Let's invest in a bag of holding.
I have one.
You?
Have I said that?
No.
Sorry, new things.
New things. Oh,
Yeah, we'll
okay.
talk
It's
about
like we've been talking about buying a bag of holding since like episode like 5.
Yeah, I got one recently.
Okay. I like that.
Sick.
From Cassius's dead corpse.
Sure. Yep. That's exactly where it's from, but I didn't say anything. All right.
Wow. So I assume that this quest is open until someone finds the cargo.
Yes. First one to bring the cargo to me is the one that gets paid.
Great.
Alright.
That'd be us.
You are the second group to inquire about this. I should let you know.
They already left? How long ago?
I said inquire. I do not keep track of if they leave.
Give me the name, I can figure it out.
Do you have any recommendations or any equipment that you could assist with when it comes to lighting, at least? Unless you have lighting.
Lighting I can do. Yeah, no problem with lighting.
You can't travel underwater.
I don't have the one spell that allows you to do that, but I can travel on top of water for pretty much as long as we want.
Any lighting that will survive underwater?
There are plenty of ways that light can survive underwater, magically, or if you look for non-magical sources, that is a little harder, but there are some sub-aquatic lanterns that you could find in the city.
Speaking of, is there a magical way for us to be able to, say, breathe water? And if so, do you have any?
There's a potion of water breathing.
Yeah, or a
There are
spell.
potions, there are spell scrolls. I'm sure if you were to find the right magic broker, you could find an item that would simply pop on your head and let you breathe as if you were fish.
I do that.
You want the manta mask thing?
Yeah, I kind of want that.
Alright, we'll go find you a manta thing.
Cool. Can I modify this mask to do it too? I just make this mask like a super mask that does anything that I want. Just like press a button. Anyways. All right, good. I think that's all we need. One last thing. Is there a reason? Has this ever happened before?
No,
Can you think of a reason why it might?
I haven't been able to. I was
Okay,
hoping whoever brings it back might tell me,
Yeah.
so that I might prepare my ships for this sort of issue in the future.
I think we can do the necessary preparations and find that cargo.
I can find it, but getting there we need to talk about.
If we are to experience any overly haphazardous experiences while we're down there, there may be some hazard pay that we'll request. So
The hazard pay is built into the amount I am giving you.
It's quite a bit. Makes sense.
still,
Can you? So, are you going to give it in coordinates, like where it is exactly? Like, how do we?
I will be able to pinpoint for you exactly where we lost contact with the ship.
Yeah, that's all I need. I just need to know how to do coordinate. I don't know how to ask a god for coordinates, so I just need to know what the numbers are and know what they mean.
Do you have a map handy?
Yeah. I got a map. Oh God, where's the map? I had a map.
Other side of the chair over there for you.
Oh, there's a real map.
Yes, we do indeed have a real map.
We have a map.
This is the right.
Oh, you see
Is this the right one?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Okay, that's it.
Oh my God, it's so big.
Yeah.
Okay, there we are.
So Trench Coast is the northern coast.
Yeah, we're up there, right there.
We're not being
We're right here.
Yeah.
Look, turn it.
Sure.
Okay, you know
Yeah,
what?
show the audience, yeah.
Can you hold this?
Sure. We do have a map
Yeah.
on screen.
Oh,
for
never
you.
mind. We don't need to do this.
no,
Can we show that
I
anyway?
wanna
Because
see
that's
too.
hilarious.
Okay, so up there, right?
They don't see us.
Right
They see
there.
the map, but this
So
is
is it towards the pool bay?
The Trench Coast. So
Trench Coast.
No, right north.
Oh,
The
Right
one,
there.
the Trench Coast North.
Sky Shore. It's right there.
yeah, no, I know. So, like, where am I?
it is just outside of the bay that the
Here? Or-
other direction, right?
Eh?
There you go.
Okay,
Oh,
perfect.
right.
There's no way anything can see. By the way, no cameras.
I can't
There's no
reach
way.
any further.
So a little
They
northeast
can't
of
see
Sky Shore.
Ryan at all.
Who needs them?
That's fine.
Audience, if you're looking at the map, you see Sky Shore.
There's just the
north-
white
So-
I got
So
it. Give me it.
White.
It's because we're blocking.
so
Water white. It's water white.
for the audience, it is north of the city of Skyshore, eastward towards the exit of the bay that the city and the pillars that it lies upon lies within.
Yeah, I got it. I can find it. Exactly.
It is right where the water starts to get very deep very quick.
Yeah. No, I got it.
I can go down and pick it up.
what we need is to go back to the magic shop and... Oh, thank you for your time.
Of course, of course.
We need to get a spell scroll that lets us breathe water. Or a thing that lets us breathe water.
Well, I'm going to let you all ponder what to do, and Koski will pick up with you at the bar when we return. But that's where we're going to call it a session this week.
Oh.
Thank you to Travis Savoy for all of the amazing music. Thank you to +5 Charisma for all of the wonderful magic items that we're experiencing. Be it the Wizard's Brew, the All-Seeing Apple, the Ring of True Love. Thank you to Tabletop Gaming Center for helping us put on this amazing show. And thank you to everyone for watching. We hope to see you again next week. But until then, game on.